Whoever dresses WW.
And of course, let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Yes, 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 people. It's in the village with the dark triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM, and we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. Let's quickly play our anthem song here, people.
WZYL 95.9 FM in Woodbury, Jersey, broadcasting from Essex County. You're listening to WZYE.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with the dark triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. That's 7 to 9 p.m. And you know, folks, we are here to talk about issues in Trinidad and Tobago that many people are kind of scared to talk about. And we are not scared to talk about it. And let me welcome in Steve Trini Lopez in Orlando, Florida, as well as Savitri Ramsahai, and she's watching from the beautiful, beautiful Virginia, boy. Wonderful, beautiful place. Let me bring in the other third of the dark triplets, Diana Waveney Ben Skin, boy.
Hey, and don't say nothing about my yellow jacket. Okay, good.
Wait, where yellow? I see it's a red jacket. I see no yellow.
None about my yellow jacket.
Yeah, I see no, yeah. I see a nice red. What, boy? You know, I feel. You know, I was gonna put on a red shirt, you know, and you put on a red jacket yourself, you know.
Yeah,
You know,
I have a camera inside your bedroom.
yeah, you know, I feel so, no way. You know, I just kind of person who get a little pat down in that bedroom to see what's going on, you know. You know what I mean? I have to see what is going on in that bedroom. You know, but
So
of
good.
course, Diana, it is another day in the village with the dark triplets on WZY 95.9 FM. And you know, we keep it real in the village. A lot of people
Yeah.
may not like some of the things that we say, but once it's factual, and because
Mhm.
facts don't lie, and I've said this over and over and over again.
Mhm.
My mother-in-law told me 33 years ago when I got married, a liar has
A
no
lie.
memory.
Amen.
You know, so I believe it's better for me to tell the truth and
Mhm.
speak based on facts, so I don't
Mhm.
remember anything. You know, I
Mhm.
want
Right.
if I tell facts, I don't remember anything.
Mhm.
You know, so
Right.
let me bring in Tommy. Hey, Tommy, welcome.
Evening,
Tommy.
good evening. Good evening to my special friend.
Yeah, well, we
Um,
thank you for we thank you for joining us as well. And look now, boy, everybody in on. Hey, Gary, boy, welcome, boy.
Yeah, brother. Good night, TNT family. It's good to be back with you.
Yeah, boy, you know, Gary sound like he weary, boy.
Well,
Gary,
Gary again, listen tum tum,
Gary, boy,
listen tum tum.
Gary, Gary, boy,
Yeah, boy.
Gary, I see, you know, boy, Gary, I ain't gonna lie, boy. I see them pelting all kind of shots at you, boy. What? I
But
say my partner,
listen to me. You know I can
eh,
bat in my crease, and I'm ready for anybody.
mm, yeah, Latoya
anyway,
Blackburn, welcome as well. Eh,
by the way, all you know, dark triplet. All you know what all their brother last name Gary means? It means fierce warrior. You know,
eh,
Yeah,
eh,
Mahabir means
yeah.
fierce warrior.
Ah,
eh.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow, yeah.
Education in the village, bro.
Boy, Gary,
ah.
Gary, I was just sitting on the sidelines and watching it. I was, I was a bench player. All people trying to get you all kind of licks, boy, left, right, and center, boy. But you know, I know
Mm.
you're back broad. I know you're back. I know you ain't grew up in Tumaka, but I know you have a broad back.
Well, where I grew up, accustomed fighting, so I don't need to know.
Eh,
Boy, Gary getting licks left, right, and center, boy.
you know,
Uh,
it's all kind of licks Gary game, boy.
listen
If
to
he
me.
Boy,
could just,
People
Anselm, you getting your share too, so.
listen to me. When some people
uh,
can't have their way,
mm,
you understand? And some people can't have their way. No, you can't come into my group, right?
mm,
And the government collaborated me and insult the prime minister in such a heinous way. All
mm,
right, you
mm,
can't call the
mm.
prime minister a donkey. I cannot accept that.
Right, right, right,
Okay.
right, right, right. Correct is
We
right.
have
Correct is right.
our disagreement with the prime
Mm,
minister. We
mm,
stated our disagreement with the government. The
mm,
government has improved
mm,
and is collaborate 100%.
mm,
I am
mm,
very impressed with how they worked with me getting those kids in from Barbados home. It was superficial in collaboration with quarantine, everything taken care of to the T. So you can come in here and I go sit there quietly and allow you to insult the prime minister to that extent. We could
And Gary,
disagree, we could disagree, but
mhm.
you can't ridicule the prime minister like that.
And Gary, you see, Gary, that's why our program is a program of a difference. Eh? We here, we our loyalty is to country, right? And listen, people know how I have criticized Fitzgerald. There has been no one in Trinidad and Tobago or in the world who is a PNM and an activist and have criticized Fitzgerald the way I have criticized Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
None, zero, none, duck, not. However, in this situation with the exiled and stranded citizen, since he take over from Captain Fall Down, right? The man have done a fantabulous job with exiled and stranded citizens. You gotta
And
call a
make
spade a spade.
and making a greater effort with national security in everything that I has criticized for and everything that I had suggested. He has increased the border patrol. He is making an effort with that. I've seen equipment, that I was referring to about, the smaller vessels to respond effectively in close range response to our people. I've seen those things, the jet ski and all those things I've suggested, a while ago. I've seen the government has done these things, right? So, we got to give Jackie jacket. If the government is doing right, that's all we want, you know. But uh, when this young lady decided to stage a show in appreciation for,
Gary, don't go there. Don't go
yeah,
there.
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. Let me take the high road. Let me take the high road.
yeah, yeah,
Let me,
yeah,
yeah, let me take the high road. Let me take the high road.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Because what it is, Gary, is that what we are trying here to do
Mm,
is it doesn't matter which government is in power. What we are trying to do is to let the government understand we are
yeah,
here to work with you to make you better.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We are not here to come and just criticize you and the rest of wear sunglasses, wearing PNM who can't criticize nothing. Anything the PNM do is right, and them can't criticize nothing, right? They can't even criticize the soca warriors of the West
Well,
Indies cricket team.
it's not a
Even though
matter
they
of just,
losing, they're not losing, they're losing left, right, and center.
it's not a matter of criticizing, It's a matter of letting the government know where they fall short.
No,
And,
correct.
you know,
That's criticism. It's criticism, but it's
yeah,
constructive.
yeah, it's letting them know. And we didn't just criticize, we stepped up to assist. We stepped up 100% to assist where the government fell short, did our part, and relay the information and say, listen, we need to pick up the slack here and there. So, you know, what can I say? Man, it is what it is, and the mission continues with me. I will remain steadfast in what I'm doing, no matter what anybody says about me. Everybody knows the truth. You have seen the defense of my people jumping on board and clearing my name and defending, right?
But
And everything
Gary,
that I did.
Gary,
Hmm.
Gary, if you are not being criticized, you ain't doing nothing good, boy. Wrong with you?
Yeah, yeah. This is the way. Like I said, when some people can't have their way, when some people can't have their way, that's how they are.
Yeah, if you ain't being
And
criticized,
wants
you
to
ain't doing
use,
nothing good.
yeah, when they can't use my name conveniently for their own gain, they cannot do that. I would not tolerate that too. You know.
But Gary, on that note about criticism, you ain't get kicked out from our next PNM group.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or,
Yes, sir.
you know, boy, yeah, PNM people kicking me like soca warriors, you know, boy. I get
But
more kick than soca warriors
boy,
lately.
listen to me. We are custom playing football. Are we custom playing football? So
Yeah.
yeah. So listen to me. We could dance with them. All right. We ain't worried about
Well,
that.
it's 𝘁𝗵𝗲 from, and as I say that, look, Erica join me from 𝘁𝗵𝗲. Erica John, girl, welcome, boy. Welcome. Welcome to the village, boy. With the
Yeah.
dark triplets and we
Yeah.
outside type to me. You know, I tell people,
Well,
all you,
also,
yeah.
school trainers only pelt stone at mango. She wanted to have fruit in her.
Oh, God. Yeah, tell me that's a good one, boy. That's a good one.
Listen to me. We grew up playing scooch. We grew up
Mm,
playing cricket. We grew up playing football. I mean,
mm.
so we ain't afraid nothing.
Yeah, but Gary, let me say welcome to Shiloh Smith. Shiloh Smith, welcome. I think this is, I'm not sure it's just the first time, Shiloh, but we welcome you in the village with the dark triplets. Gary, so hear this one now. All you
Mm,
listen to this one now.
mm.
So I with my far self, and my wife just tell me, you know, she just tell me. By the way, let me say this, eh? You know, boy, over this weekend here, I was so proud, proud of my daughter. My daughter graduated from Colgate University. They call Colgate University a little Ivy. You
Okay.
understand? And
Right.
what it is that, and I just do some research, and we're just doing some research. The acceptance rate at Colgate is 23%, right? So think about this. 77% of the people that apply to Colgate University get rejected.
Don't
And
get through. Wow.
they don't get through. Yeah, they don't get through. And this little black boy from 𝘁𝗵𝗲 had a son who attended Drexel University and a daughter who attended Colgate University. I could say that I could bump my
Congratulations.
chest any day. And for all them, for all my red sunglasses wearing PNM friends, right? All you see that where that get my relevance. I ain't even have to talk about my 20 world records, eh?
Yeah.
But that is where I just get my relevance. And
They
let me
reached
go
the
to
finish
something.
line. They reached the finish line, bro.
What?
They
They,
reached the finish line. They were.
they reached the finish line, but I was a proud thing. But one thing I don't do,
Mm.
I do not put my family out on social media.
No, I don't do
Because
the same thing.
the
I don't do the
activist
same
that
thing.
I am, if I put my family out on social media, right, the people who can't deal with facts, they go attack my family. And I'm not going to put my family through that. I could
No, no,
deal with it.
no.
They could attack me because I could deal with it. But let me go
Mm.
to this really quickly now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, correct, Erica. No one throws stones at a barren tree. Congrats to your daughter and sons. Yeah, man, blessings anyway. So when people talk, I looking for relevance and I looking for this and I looking for that. All you to come better, man. Hey, yeah, but wait, Diana, you know we
Yep.
partner first name that begins with a P and last name that begins with a S. But he all over social media attacking like nothing in a way.
Forget Hina. Forget the Hina, man. Listen to
No,
me.
no, no.
So what I'm saying, no, we're talking about your kids here.
Who
No.
you, wait. Who is attacking? Wait. Who is attacking? You or me?
no,
Who you
you
attacking?
attack. No, you attacking me because
That way, like Tommy
Yes,
say,
the enemy was attacked. We
they
expect that.
don't
We are
pelt. Wait,
soldiers.
Gary, they don't pelt stones at barren trees. All right, so let them pelt the stones.
yeah. But listen to this one now. Let me get to this one now. All right, folks, I'm gonna put up the all the quotes and thing that you guys sent me just now. But listen to this one. Let me go to this one. I want to start with this. So I with my fast self, you know, my wife just tell me, boy, you're too fast. That she had us run track, so I had to be fast. So I with my fast
Oh
self.
my God.
You told her to call you the Flash? Okay.
Yeah. No, she just listening. No, she just listening.
Okay,
So
okay,
she
okay,
know she
okay.
know just call me flash. I with my
Uh,
fast self,
right.
being that I thinking about running track, I go and put a post in a PNM private Facebook group, right? So I tell them, I tell them, so yeah, I tell them. Let me read it from my phone, because
Yeah.
I don't like to mislead people, right? I with my fast self. My wife tell
Yeah.
me, she say you're a glutton for punishment. right? She said, she said, she told me, she said, like you like for me. So you know what I said now? I put up the two COVID dashboard, right? One for the 8th of May, no, one for the 9th of May, and one for the
Closing
10th
minute
of May,
now.
right? And I put a little thing with it now here. So everybody know I did so here now, man.
Yeah.
Right? I did so here now,
So
man.
here.
Yeah, so I did so here now, man. Everything is being so here now, right?
Oh,
Who the
God.
hell does be proofreading these reports? And listen carefully, all you. I am not going to post this on social media, but whoever is responsible to correct the tested numbers. All you're so busy posting whatever all you get, but all you have no time to double check that the numbers are accurate. How the hell could the tested number be reduced from May 9th, 145,268 to 141,515 on the 10th? Lord Father, put a hand. I want to let you help me, and I will take all your cues from this. What was disrespectful in that?
Nothing.
No,
Absolutely nothing was
Nothing.
disrespectful.
no. I listen. For the people who are on the
The truth,
comments, please,
the truth, the
all
truth.
you, yeah, I want all it to be critical. Look at that post and tell me what all you're seeing disrespectful in that post. Please. All it could be real, or it could be real with me. Right? We want all it to be critical. Look at that post and tell me what is disrespectful in that post. So anyway, well, partner, a woman in the group named Jackie Lazarus, boy. Woo! Yeah, Jackie Lazarus jump out as she boots, boy. She jump out as she size 10's boots. And she say, at Wall Street, it was with delight that I finally decided to take you off my broadcast list. Your attitude stinks, and I am sick of it. Right? So what's now? And I go say this, eh? I go say this, and I'm not gonna disrespect you, but that Syrian woman, look at this little black boy from 𝗁𝗵𝗲 𝗪𝗶𝗹𝗵. And listen, and I'm not going to say anything about this to her. Jackie, I'm not going to talk about the meeting we had in Brooklyn here by your family member house. Eh? I'm not going to talk about that. I ain't talking about that. So anybody, if I hear anyone over here say I talk about anything that me and Jackie Lazarus met the family house in Brooklyn, or they don't call my name in that. I just saying, right? I'm not talking about that. Me, I don't want to. I have no. My son just no. I'm not talking about that. I have nothing to say about when me and Jackie Lazarus met at your family house in Brooklyn. No, we could talk about that some other day. So, yeah, this woman said, "What was I post?" and telling me my attitude stinks. Eh? Jackie Lazarus, all ever see Jackie Lazarus? I ain't gonna put she pity on Facebook. Eh? That Syrian woman looking at a black, intelligent boy like me from 𝗁𝗵𝗲 𝗪𝗶𝗹𝗵 and telling about my attitude stinks. Because I trying to correct them, right? Privately. But wait, more to come. So wait now. When she jump out, she size 10 shoes. I say, eh? Well, boy, the whole thing going on social media now. Is now I post it on social media self. Right? Expose them because I trying to help my party. I trying to help all your errors of all your ways. The last time they post something on the COVID dashboard, it was April the 15th to April 76. I don't know what land or what place that was April 76. Right? I tried to, they corrected it again. But listen, more, my attitude stinker. But listen to this one. Only what this one. Look, you got, yeah, the Ministry of Health boy had to issue a press release telling them that the numbers wrong. Yeah, boy, Wall Street, you just stink, bro. You stink. Eh? Why you so stink? And you don't issue a press report for my stinkness. Oh, God. But I the stinkest man in Laventille, stinkest man in Port of Spain, stinkest man in America, boy. I stink into the high heavens. I so stink. The Ministry of Health had to issue a press release for my stink report.
Ay, ay, ay. Hey, you need some Lifebuoy soap. I'm smelling you all the way over here.
No Palmolive.
No, Lifebuoy. Again, your
Oh
Lifebuoy.
yeah. But life boy.
Ansem, you see that note there?
Yeah, I think. Oh
Go ahead,
boy.
Yeah.
Gary.
I think you need
Go ahead,
blue.
Tommy. Eh,
I think you need
yeah.
some blue. I think you need some blue soap, boy.
Blue
No,
soap.
Lifebuoy has a lingering
Yeah.
smell.
Somebody just say blue soap,
And
boy.
it red. And it
Yeah,
red.
joke. Yeah, it's blue soap in truth. Yeah, what are you talking about? It's Laventier I grew up. It's blue soap we used to use. We couldn't afford no Palmolive or Lifebuoy. Okay, now we talking about Lifebuoy, right? The only life I used to see when I go by the sea, I see a boy and I want to stay alive. That's the only Lifebuoy I used to see. Eh?
But
But
yeah,
what now?
but
Go ahead.
Anselm, your
Yeah.
attempt to destroy the government, Anselm LeBron, makes no sense or isn't working at all.
Eh?
Trying and come home and ask those questions. Nah, your sarcasm isn't working. Be bold about what you have to say and stop bluffing with just saying and just asking a question.
But look at this other one. You know why? Them fellas in the real kicks, you know. Hear this one. A man blocked me for not posting anything on his page. Them pay them. Yeah. You know, look this one. Look this one. A partner named Lance Noel now. I don't know. Lance Noel. You know, he blocked me. He blocked me. Right? Boy, you wonder sometime, you know. Right? Listen, I am trying to make the PNM party better, just how Dr. Rowley did under Calder Hard Times. Right? Lance Noel blocked me. He pop a post, eh? I
Oh,
block
he
him and send me
again?
board. Yeah, you
He
again.
again?
He,
Oh.
you know, I ain't post nothing on the fella page, eh? Nothing. Me post, I post. I just leave him alone. I don't mess with him. And watch you there. I ain't respond to him at all, you know.
He the one that sits behind a computer appears to look busy.
Yeah, the man. Ah.
Oh,
Our next fella say, our next man say, answer me to come home and take a bush bath.
oh God.
Right?
Hey.
Yeah. But, hey, listen now. You know, it's mind-boggling, you know. And all I decided to do, I said, watch, I'm only gonna choose one or two, and just spend times on one or two, and just show them and not cost them or go down into the gutter with them, like how them just want to go down into the sub basement. You know what I mean? I ain't going there. But all year, I send all year privately. All year say thank you. The last time with the other report, right? When all they put April 15th to the 76th, so it appears in the Ministry of Health, right? Then people don't double check nothing. Them don't double check. I have to check for them. But listen to this one. Boy, I get real vex. Woo! I get vex now. I'm
Who's this
going
one?
back now.
You
Huh?
need to come home and take a bush bath. They
Yeah, that's
believe
my
in too
partner.
much.
That's my partner. That's
Ansem,
my partner.
Ansem,
Yeah, go ahead.
I see somebody attacking me for GoFundMe money there.
Go ahead.
Okay, about transparency, right?
Mm.
That looked like a fake profile to a certain person. All right. So anyway, anybody want transparency, better come very transparent with what they did with the money that they collected on my behalf. All right.
Or
So
they hear it here, Shiloh Smith saying also the GoFundMe money for food boxes. Where's the evidence funds were used for food? Nobody just spelled empty mango trees, yes, but transparency is key. Being a full mango tree does not mean you are not accountable. Well, listen, you see when people go start pelting stones at people, listen, people have take their time, their effort without a penny from anybody to help people. And all we're going to decide to do is, for whatever reason, to try to hit the person below the belt with certain type of things.
but
Gary?
what I want to say is all the money that I requested for help went directly to these people. Okay. My last post, I was accused of trying to collect money falsely for the children in Barbados. Right? And I think I need to get that across. I said to send the money directly to Shara, who was spending her own money to assist people down there. We had one or two students, not all of them, who needed some help. We didn't want to embarrass the children and put their information out there. So we sent the money to Shara, and Shara is taking care of things. I never requested any money for myself. And throughout this process, money always went directly to people. I always give that instructions. The last GoFundMe, I really didn't want that to come in my direction. I had no choice. But I had to go into my own pocket and finance that young lady and the child out of Grenada. Okay? So I have everything is documented. So anybody who wants to question me, I have my documentation here.
But
how
Gary,
much money I spent and
Gary,
everything.
All I would tell you, Gary, this is what I will tell you, Gary. Do not allow people to distract you from the work that you are doing. There's always going to be people.
Man, I want to get this across the board here.
Yes.
Certain people collected money where the money was given because of me and the work I am doing. Right? To them, because they attempted to do some kind of fundraiser in TNT. Okay? The event is canceled because of the COVID, and they decided to change their game and do something for themselves. The people are saying that the money was donated because of me. Because of me. Okay? And if it's not, the program is not going to be done where I'm not involved, they need their money refunded. All right?
Gary, let me say this. Let me say hello to Miguel Donawa. Miguel, a pleasant welcome to you, and thank you for joining us here in the village with the dark triplet. We welcome each and everyone. And Shiloh, I want to say this to you. Shiloh, you see some of the same thing you are saying here, right? It appears to me that when people are trying to do good,
that Shiloh is your best friend under a secret name there, a hidden name.
My best friend?
Okay. Yeah, that's our best friend, the loudmouth best friend.
She have a new thing? Yeah, but you know what, Gary boy? This is what I will say, boss. This is what I say. Gary, let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you a story, Gary. There was a flood in Trinidad and Tobago. I with my fast self again. When I run track, I went and I collect clothing for people in Trinidad and to me, my wife, my in-laws, all we collect clothing from all people. And my wife and the family went through the clothing, make sure the clothing are very excellent, gently used clothing, new clothing and all kind of thing, right? And I pack boxes, I drive all across the place, Hold on, let's take this call. Hold on. Hello, you're on WZYE 95.9 FM. How are you, Takesha?
No. I am fine. I am hearing the conversation I have was supporting.
Okay.
People trying to bash Gary about GoFundMe money. But these people are not mad. I could witness all the money was paid when Gary and Sarah and back then and a lot of guys jump on board to get a GoFundMe in order for me to come home. Gary I could call his name big and bold. Gary was the man who made sure that everything was in order and everybody who was around the team, that I get all the fun that I need. Even the remainders, everything was wired to me. Why people so, when you're too good and when you're trying to do good and you're too real, people that never like to hear the truth and they don't like happiness. Gary don't study these people that is unbothered and unhappy. People wicked to talk about you concerning with money. Because a lot of times you take money out of your pocket to make sure people eat. I was in Barbados under quarantine, came out of quarantine, didn't know where to go. Gary and Sarah back in Barbados there, they make sure I had things waiting for me to eat. Especially money out of their pocket. Was no money for no GoFundMe. Why people so this have me so upset. Sometimes, and it's not every minute I will call in, but right is right. I am one few of the people and then could witness and could say out bold anything dealing with money. Not Gary. Gary made people all reach to my family back home when I was stranded out there. Gary, that man named Gary there. Strangers who up to this day, I would like to see the tank. I never get to see them, and it's the truth because of Gary with money and everything. Gary made sure everybody who outreach to Gary was covered night and day. He don't care what time of the day, what time of the night. You can call Gary and get Gary anytime. Gary's my superhero.
Yeah.
When you was small, everybody had a superhero. Gary's one of them.
I no joke, you know. Plain talk. I real. That's for real. You see, that's why I want to tell Takesha. I'm so glad you called. I want to tell Gary. You see, Gary, boy, it's kind of hard.
Because Gary teach me how to fight and nothing people could say again to bash my name, 𝗁𝗵𝗲 could make me feel no kind of way, you know. It's because of Gary, you know, my big brother, you know. And that's why Gary gave me the strength to fight back, you know. And anybody who come after Gary, they have to come after me. Anybody who back home in Trinidad listening to this, I want to bash Gary. Gary have Takesha's side too. The person who only try to victimize and scandalize my name. But you see, Gary, I'm standing and fighting strong for Gary. Because I know how I felt. And when I didn't have nobody beside God. Gary was there night and day steering my ship. Money wasn't the problem. Just the strength alone built me and gave me courage. So Gary, don't let these foolish people try to put nothing in your head. You don't owe nobody, no. You don't answer to nobody, no, Gary. Because God know the truth, you know, and he don't like ugly, you know, Gary. All these wicked people that are out there trying to bash your name. It's because of you. This whole thing still going on along with Diana and Antim and everybody who surround the team, including me. I back home and I still fighting. I just keep a low profile because you know the things going back then. I hope now. But people can't bash Gary so and say nothing about money. When my husband and I needed the strength as man to man, Gary was there to give him the strength. When the so-called government had him home for all these months when he applied for this so-called grant, I whole year after he haven't received the grant. A whole year after I haven't received anything being stranded out there. So people want to talk about money. Gotta study where the money going in this country right about now. Instead of studying money with Gary.
Well, Takesha. Yeah, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Gary, you see, boss, I tell you, Gary, I know it's tough with these type of criticism, but Gary, you know, I just take it, boy. I read the book, The Power of Positive Thinking, and you know what people, you know, some people, humans, Gary, humans are normally devious people. Humans, right? And humans will look at the work you do. And let me tell you something, Gary. I use this experiment in my class. I just put up the 9 times table on a board, right? 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, all the way down to 9 times 10 is 91. Right? 9 times 10 is 91. And everybody will ignore the 90% that is correct and want to focus on the 9 times 10 is 91. One thing. That's incorrect. One thing. And what I'm saying to you, Gary, don't focus on, I know it's hard when people start talking money and all kind of thing, right? Don't focus on it. Focus on it for a short time, but move on. Because you cannot control those people's behavior.
But you know, the person who wants to come and bash me is the person who collected money, and money was given on my
But Gary,
behalf.
wait, Gary, stop. Gary, you was responsible for that person getting back to Trinidad and Tobago.
Exactly.
You was responsible. So listen, as Takesha said, Gary, the man above gonna bring your blessings to you, and don't go down there with them. Leave them. Let them go in there. Leave them in the sub basement. Let them go by the sub. You know, Gary, we always talk here, boy. When you're digging a hole, right, and the hole getting deeper, you have to stop digging. Right. Let them continue to dig the hole. People in here know the work you have done. And Gary, due to you, we started this program on WZYE 95.9 FM. Right. You was the one that helped. You was the one that came to me and we sit down and we talk. When you come to me, I didn't say, boy, Gary's this or Gary's that. I say, boy, Gary, boy, that initiative you have there is a fantabulous, splendiferous, marvelous initiative. Let me run with it.
Yeah.
And that was it. Me
Yeah.
not ask no questions. I didn't
Yeah.
ask you, well, Gary, but you're a UNC or you're a COP or you're a NR.
Yeah.
Me not ask you no them questions. I
But
just say
just,
this is, yeah.
but just
Or
as
what?
Trinidadians, we have to keep in mind. We have to keep in mind as Trinidadians. You see, Bacchanal is a way of life, and that's part for the course. Like my brother always said to me, if a Trini see you walking on water, he would say, "Oh, he can't swim."
But yeah, but you know, I said this here many times in Trinidad and Tobago. Many people have 2 BAc degrees. There are many people walking around Trinidad in abundance with
Yeah.
BAc degrees.
Yeah.
Right? Bacchanal and confusion and blame and complain. It's an abundance in Trinidad and Tobago. Only you know, only know how much cost I get from the PNM boy, PNM people. Right? How much cost trying to make the party better, trying for people to don't just take whatever it is, Google things. You know, I mean, you know how much cost? Look at the one that happened just there. Jackie Lazarus called me stink. How she know I stink? She ever watch my underwear? Huh? She ever watch it? She ever watch my underwear?
Oh my God.
I mean, at least she could have called my wife and asked she. She could have called she and say, hey, you know, your husband stink? I my wife might have some unpleasant words to say. but at least, right? But you see how them just not free. And you know, she tell another person in the group, poor girl, remove that fella. And the poor girl, I ain't gonna call she name, because she was just following instructions from the Syrian, you know. And you know something, boy? I never knew she was a Syrian, you know, serious. I didn't know because I look at she as, you know, every time I see she, whenever we had the thing for Dr. Rowley, I used to see she sitting down next to Dr. Rowley. And if
Well, our
somebody has
friend
to,
Antonio Clemente is on. He wants to know, how are you bashing the party if you're wanting them to do good?
And Sam, before I sent you a little note. This young lady who needed help, she's willing to tell her story how she's doing in the country. You think you want to invite her in?
where is she?
She's in Trinidad, up in Arima down there. But she couldn't log on on her laptop.
Yeah. Just send she the link.
All right then.
Send her the link. Yeah, so yeah, Antonio, thank you to her. Antonio was on social media with the fella, with the partner, then begins with a P and ends with a S. And let me say something. And next one, boy, jump in the, you know, she jump in the pillar, boy, but instead of putting pigeon peas, she come with red beans. You know what I mean? If you jump in the pillar, you have to come with pigeon peas, right? She come with red beans, right? Okay, somebody say, hold on. You can't turn on them woman and leave them hanging, boy. You're looking for bossed. Whoa, boy. Maybe I will get bossed, boy. Yeah. But wait, let me tell you this. So the next one coming, right? The fella with the P, first name begins with a P and last name begins with a S, right? So this other one now, I already know I don't like to call names, but I've been told that the person is on a morning program in a radio station, right? Her first name begins with a S and her last name begins with a F. And hear them now. Them, you know, I don't know, boy. Like, yeah, what they're saying now. Boy, watch you deleting me comments. Why you go delete all your comments for? I want all of the comments so I could screenshot it. I wanted to comment left, right, and center. Watch it. I don't delete none of your comments. Me deleting nobody comments. I don't do that.
But the thing about it, all those people who boasting they're so much in the party politics, right? And there's this and that. None of them getting the collaboration that we getting from out here. You understand? With the capacity of people in the government working with us. None of them.
Gary,
No.
them people and them. I don't be upset with them, you know, because you see, Gary, there's a saying that goes there. Some people don't know that they don't know. And if you tell them that they don't know, they still don't know that they don't know. Even if you try to tell them they don't know, they don't want to know that they don't know. So, you know, you just have to listen. Many of the comments, what them just comment, and the sad thing, boy, Gary boy. Hey, JB say, boy, why you attacking? Hey, JB, whatever put me in trouble, you know. Me know nothing about no people from St. Joseph, eh? Don't try that, you know, JB. I just know the first name begins with a S and the last name begins with a F. Me ain't call no names. And they're supposed to be on a radio station. I've been told that. Right? Them two was on social media with the same fella, P and S. And listen, they have to understand that. Listen, I am a PNM. I don't hide that. We just have UNC people on the station. I just tell them up front, I am a PNM.
Oh, you're
Me
in the
afraid to
red
tell
jersey
nobody
today,
that.
boy. I see you in your red jersey today. Oh, Lord.
Boy, look at my red jersey. This one is
And I
from.
have on my yellow. I have
Yeah,
on my
I
yellow.
send that jacket for Diana. I send that jacket for Diana.
Yeah,
She ain't showing all the
I
PNM she
have
have on
on my yellow. Yeah, I have on my yellow.
it. Hey, but wait.
Yeah.
Hey, JB, who is that? Who's MF? Who's MF, boy? MF, I know that initial now, boy. JB, I'm a beating there, boy. MF and SF. Oh! SF is the person I just called. And Sherry, welcome, Sherry. Sherry Ramota coming to. Sherry says, yes, I'm a little upset too. Gary, please ignore these people. I know it will hurt, but don't pay any attention to these losers. I pray God give you strength to go on. You are doing an excellent job, and we all standing side by side with you. May God bless you, Ansel and his team. Yeah, Gary, we here for you, brother. That is what it is. Because you know what that Dan in the beginning, but they said Diana will say about you be on a garbage truck.
But you think, listen now, but between Diana, Takisha, and all my sisters out there, you think I worried?
Hey, they don't want none of me. They don't
them
let,
girls go
you
mash
know,
them up.
you just mute my mic when I start up. So the best leave me out of the bacchanal and
you think
Gary,
Diana letting anybody touch me? You think
Gary,
on the ground let Takisha let anybody touch me?
the best leave me out of the bacchanal and confusion because this
God. My
Bajan
sisters
girl
go
here
mash them up,
is
brother.
going to start up on them.
You
They
see?
don't want to start up the Bajan woman. They don't want the Bajan and the Trini to come out the same time neither. Because that is problem. That is
Okay.
When you see the Bajan and
You
the
see
Trini
that
come
answer? You
out,
see how my sister
that is problem.
Let's add News Muska. Is it Muska? Hello. Welcome to WZYE 95.9 FM. Mushka.
Good night.
Yes. You know,
yes,
good
you
night.
hearing me?
Yeah, we hearing you loud and clear. I want to apologize to you. I grew up in 𝘁𝗵𝗲 𝗩𝗶𝗹𝗹, and one of the things I do very good is kind of mispronounce people names. So don't get upset with me. You know, I'll try my best to make sure I pronounce it correctly. You know, plus they say this.
No. He can't ask him to say 3, honey. This is Diana. Ask him to say 3. He can't say 3 neither.
No, I don't say that at all. I went through 4 years of college without saying that number.
3, yeah. He can't say 3.
Can't say that at all.
He's a Grenadian. He can't say 3.
So Mushka, welcome to In the Village with the dark triplets and the outside child Tommy. You know, we here in the village, we speak truth to power, and we allow the voice of the voiceless to come in and talk with us. You know, because we know how it is in Trinidad and Tobago that, you know, the how the politics is going on the radio station, you know, and sometimes they doesn't want the little people to have a say. So here we are giving you, you know, some time for us to tell us where are you from?
I am living in 𝗪𝗵𝗲.
And your representative is Penelope Beckers. Is it Penelope Beckers?
No, I think it's Foster Cummins.
Oh, Foster, my partner, boy. Foster, boy. Hey, Foster, boy. I send you a message. You respond to me yet, you know. Whoa, where's that one? Foster, my partner, boy. Foster Cummins. Anybody, listen, anybody who want the life, if I don't know Foster Cummins, tell me partner and Slim. tell the aunt, let us call him Wall Street too. Tell me partner answer him, send them a message, but I ain't get no response yet. I know maybe it's WhatsApp now. WhatsApp does sometimes get hung up in cyberspace. You know, they don't go straight. You know, sometimes there's a delay in the transaction. Foster, welcome, boy. Nice. Foster, come in, boy. That's like Hocketa Town Paro, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Foster is my partner, boy. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about, you know, what's going on, you know, your feeling, and you know, the floor is yours.
Okay, well, I am unemployed, right? I have 8 children, and right now, how the country is locked down. Well, from since last year to now, it get more worse because, you know, to access help, people who really want to help you, you know, you're reaching out and you're asking for help, and people like, you know, because I could understand everybody have their things to do too, you know, but there are some people that somebody out there must could help you, you know. Right now, my place don't have no groceries. I am owing rent. My rent was supposed to pay since last week Friday, and I am short in money to pay my rent, you know, and it's really hard. And when you have no means of getting anything, and the government ain't really doing anything, it's really hard.
But wait now, you know, you don't know that, but I actually sent Foster Cummins a message about you know. Yeah, so you know, you the lady because
Yeah, she's the same person who reached out to me for help.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
You know, but listen, but wait now. I sent Foster Cummins a message. You ain't get no response from him?
No response because I don't have a phone, so I could only communicate through my laptop on Facebook, via Facebook.
But the number I gave out is the number she have for the neighbor.
You know, I sent the number too.
Yeah,
I sent the number too. And your ID card
that's
too.
the neighbor number. Yes, but we didn't get no call. The lady
But your
tell me
ID card,
no call.
your ID card too, right? All you see?
Yes.
All you see now, eh? Watch this, eh? You see? All you see why I just get vexed? Why I just get vexed? Foster Cummins is my partner, eh? My partner. When was the last election? Anyway, let me don't go there. Foster Cummins is my partner, right? And I will expect, not expect. This is not for me, and for all my PNM friends. And the fellow first name that begins with a P and ends with a S. I'm putting out a challenge to you tonight, and also my friend from the radio station in the morning. She name is she first name begins with the first letter in she name is a S, and the last name is a F. I'm putting a challenge to you, to all you. If anyone all you could prove that I, Ansem Wall Street Born, went to the government of Trinidad and Tobago, right, for a contract, right, I will donate 100,000 TT to a charity of all your choice. Let me repeat that. Anyone or all you who could prove I went to the government for a contract, because all you putting that information on social media, right? Because all you put forth anything to give all you go put, right? Just like they give already the COVID dashboard that went from 145,000 people tested to 141,000, and all you put it out. That's how all leaders do it. So anyone all could prove that, I will donate 100,000. Now, Mushka, let me say this. I also sent Foster Cummins, who's my partner, that report to her. And I would expect from Foster Cummins, who's my partner, to at least privately say, Ansem boy, I can't do nothing about that, or I will see what I can do. Or, but Mushka, let me say, the man is a very busy man. Maybe he's going to take a few days, and maybe before the end of the week, you will hear from him.
Okay.
So I want to say that. I want to put that on the table. I will say, let's wait till the end of the week. And I want to say that you will hear from him. Because I feel now, somebody will go tell him that we was talking about it here on WZYE 95.9 FM.
You know they like
you understand? And you go just reach out to you and tell you whether he could, or whether he could assist, or whether he could not assist. You understand? Because the other day, anyway.
Can I ask a question, Anselm, to the young
Sure,
lady?
sure, sure.
Hi, I'm Diana. How are you doing?
I'm
Other
all
than
right.
your, hi. You said that your rent is due when?
My rent was due since Friday gone.
Friday. Didn't with the I don't like to call it lockdown, with the national pause on the economy, um, didn't the Prime Minister or the Minister of Finance or who's ever in charge, didn't they direct landlords to uh, uh, put a moratorium, a delay on rent payments?
They said what they said, right? But in Trinidad, people have a way they don't care about what the government said. They're doing what they want to do.
They're not adhering to what the government is saying. Well, we see that with the COVID
No,
restrictions. So you're saying
no.
that the government has asked the landlords to ease the rent payments on you guys, on their tenants, but they're still coming down on you to force you to pay the rent.
Yes. What he said, what he was implying is that that's from since the first lockdown for landlords to be lenient, have a leniency, right? But
Mhm.
some are lenient and some aren't. I know people that actually got put out and had nowhere to go, you know.
So is this a written law, or is this just
No, it was just word of mouth.
well, then it should be a written law. Can you
This
go
is
to the
what I
police
said
state?
because
Can
no,
you
you
go to the
can't go to
police
the
station?
police. You can't go to the police because it wasn't written. It's not like how foreign, where the government put a hold and he made it into a law. It's nothing like that. He just stated something, so that is why people saying they cannot go along with what he's saying because he wasn't serious. If he was serious, he would have implemented something for the people, but you didn't.
See, this is why Anselm, this is the reasons why we wanted to get in on their media briefings so we can bring these questions to them to make these sort of suggestions to help out, our fellow Trinbagonians. But they think that we're mischief makers, you see? So we can make suggestions too. If you're listening, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, you need to put a moratorium and make it law so this young lady here doesn't have to bear the brunt and the harassment from a landlord to pay rent that she can't pay. And then now I had a thing with Mr. Imbert. How long is she going to have to wait to get a grant to pay rent that is due? And her landlord is harassing her. So you see the far reaching tentacles of this national pause is lockdown, you all call it, but I call it national pause because, if you use language, it kind of frightens people. You have softer language. But I mean, Dr. Rowley, come on. Put
So,
some sort of measure in place.
so
Or
in the
call Mr.
meantime,
Imbert. I mean,
right.
this is what is happening. Or women folk now. You have children, young lady.
She have
Yes,
8
I
children.
do.
You have you see, and the children may be homeless. You see what I'm talking about? And you landlord, your landlord is a he or she.
I hear.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I mean? It takes so much to trip the storm off. This is what is get on my nerve, man.
Right,
I mean,
right.
come
But
on, it's a
anyway, I reached out to
pandemic.
several people for her. But what I want is that the members of the diaspora, if they're listening, if she can give that number out so that anyone who wish to assist her directly, the money not coming to Gary, anyone who wish to assist her directly, I would appreciate if you contact her directly, and also with that neighbor's number, the way she can be reached until she's
Yeah,
in a situation.
can you
Just
give me
tell
your
them, tell
number?
them your
I'll
situation,
put it in
sis.
the chat. I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, yeah. So,
What's the number?
sis, just tell them your situation and what you need, and what's going on with you, and the things that you told me that you need in need of.
Yeah, well, basically, I'm in need of groceries, right? Because I have children. I really need to get some kind of financial help towards the rent, right? We need a little toiletry stuff, you know, those kind of things now. That's why
And the
I really,
appliances that you
really
told me about.
What's the telephone
yes.
number?
Oh God, I forgot that. Is it Gary? You have the number on?
Yeah, all right. I will pass it to him.
Yeah, Gary, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
No, I think I sent it to you,
I
that
can't
day. I sent it
remember
to
it
Oh
you.
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah. I have it.
Yeah.
I have it. All right, I have it. I have it.
Yeah.
You have it.
Yeah.
Answer what's the number?
Also,
Yeah, I get to you, Diana.
Yeah, go ahead, sis. You tell your story. Tell what the things that's going on, what you need, and you know.
yeah, yeah, and also I need a fridge and a stove also, right? Because where I am, I go across by the neighbor to use things now. So that's the same phone that anybody could contact me on because I don't have my own things. So if I could get assistance to help me to get that, please, you know, I'll be so
Uh,
grateful for that.
I don't want to get in your business, young
Because it
lady.
really,
But are you getting any are you getting any assistance from the father or anything like that? What's happening there?
the father, he lost his job.
He
The
lost his
last
job.
child father, he lost his job. Yeah, due to the lockdown here, he lost his job. Right? Well, the others, I don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
Are there
I
any
really don't want to
churches
get into
around
that.
you can go to? Are there any churches
I
around you can go
message,
to?
listen to this. I message quite a few organizations, right? Or for Facebook, charity pages, all these things. And all the responses coming back is they don't have hampers at this time, you know? So, like everybody just online the weather right now. What I would say. They give so much till they don't even have nothing to give anymore.
You know, so I
This is
just
what
need
I'm gonna do, right?
the
This is what I'm
members.
gonna do. This is what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do. I'm
Mhm.
gonna send Foster Cummins another message right now. I'm gonna send him another message right now. All right. Um. Yeah, let me see the message here. I send that message. What day did I send that message? Here it is. Here it is. You live at number 426 𝗵𝗵𝗲 Avenue, La Hawketta North, Arima, right? And the number is 776-7719, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. I'm gonna forward this to him again. I'll forward this right now. I'm forwarding this again. I'm
Now what's your
forwarding
name
this.
again?
My name?
Uh-huh.
Patrina Walters Tusa.
Oh, what did I send that to?
Katrina.
Patrine.
P as in Peter.
Yeah, P as in pig.
Katrina Walters.
Dash Tusa.
Dash what?
Tusa. TOUSSAINT.
TOUSSAINT.
All right. So this is what I'm doing, right? I'm forwarding that information to Foster Cummins again, since he's the representative for the constituency.
Yeah,
Right?
just put the number in the chat. Anybody wish to assist her?
Yeah.
They could contact the neighbor's number, and
I'll be so grateful.
you know,
Yeah. I put that in the chat.
and don't send any money to 𝗵𝗵𝗲 so anybody can blame him. Please send it to her directly.
The Anselm, you're approaching the top of the hour.
Yeah. So any closing word, Mushka? Any closing words, Mushka? Any closing words before you go?
Well, I thanking you all, you know, for hearing me out and putting my story out there. And I hope that it touched somebody's heart in a special way, that they could find it in their heart to help me out with my family in this crisis that is going on.
So, Mushka, she going out a little bit. That's the internet. All right, that's the internet, folks. So, folks, of course, It's in the village with the dark triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. And when we come back, I'm going to put up Umar's comment. Umar's have an excellent comment. But, you know, I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say. But we're going to continue this battle, folks. This is a long-term battle in order for Trinidad to continue to be better. Take a listen to this one.
Broadcasting from Essex County. You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM.
Is Pharaoh still existing? As he before, resembling an Israelite, not being treated right, enslaved day and night. Oh, we just can't go on this way. We just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go on this way. We like the Israelites still in pain. We just can't go on this way. So send us another Moses again. We just can't go on this way. Oh, 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 oh. Lord, look around, you'll see the Pharaoh mentality ruling universally. Leaders promoting their ego, being a modern Pharaoh, tyrannies they manifest. Oh, we just can't go on this way. We just can't go on this way. Please. I pledge to serve my country, Tobago and Trinidad. I pledge, now that she needs me, I will work hard. I pledge to serve my country, to give her a brand new start. I pledge my love for the auntie with all my heart. Yeah, oh, boom shogolo bongo dong. Yeah, oh, boom shogolo bongo dong. Yeah, oh, boom shogolo bongo dong. Yeah, oh, yeah, oh.
And of course, that's a special message to the many people in Trinidad and Tobago. For many of us here in the village of the Dark Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. And all we are trying to do here, ladies and gentlemen, is to make a difference in the less fortunate lives in Trinidad and Tobago. And just as how we have had all these exiled and stranded citizens outside of Trinidad and Tobago, and we have made a significant impact and difference in many, many, many people's lives who has been stranded outside of Trinidad and Tobago. And we continue to do that, and we will continue to do that without any fear or favor, in spite in spite of the bullets, right? That's being being shot at Gary. Gary are laughing, but it's real, you know. In
Yeah, but
spite of the bullets, Gary.
watch out for Shara. Watch out
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Shara.
yeah.
I
In
sent
spite
you a
of the
link.
bullets, you know,
Yeah.
we are gonna continue to fight this fight because it's a never-ending fight. I mean, look at the young lady from 𝗪𝗶𝗁𝗃 𝗪𝗶𝘁𝗵, right? You know, you will think that somehow some individual or individuals in Trinidad and Tobago, right, will see the woman flight. But you know something though? People are gonna make excuses as to why they shouldn't help that woman.
But answer
Mm.
the elected officials from the councillor to the MP should be accessible and the information published so that they to these people so that they can be reachable. Look what she had to do. She had to reach out to me all the way in the United States, and I got somebody to take some stuff for her. I think the same day or the next day.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And also I reached out to several other people, to try to assist her in the meantime, because I know how things goes there. You're dead before help reach you. So
Right, right.
I have asked several people to assist her already. I mean, I get the ball rolling. So I
So
also reached
Gary,
out to the government for her.
do you have people who does deliver hampers?
Um, Former
I mean,
MP.
like for example, like I could pay for a hamper. You know, I
Yeah,
could
well,
pay
like
for a hamper.
we have. Remember, we have the former guest that was on our program, former MP and Minister of Social Development, Christine Hussein, who does these things for me. She's in charge of the team in TNT. So
Right,
I
right,
reach out
right,
to her
right.
when there's a need, and because
Mm,
she's involved with the churches too,
mm,
and she have assisted with people around the world and in TNT
mm,
also.
mm.
So
Yeah, well,
getting
Gary,
those.
reach out to her and tell her. Let me know.
I'll
Let me
send you the
know.
number. I'll send you the number
Yeah,
directly.
send me the number. Yeah, yeah, send me the number.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
send
yeah.
me
Yes,
her number too, Gary.
Yeah, I'll
yeah.
post it in the group.
She said she don't know who a counselor is. She don't know
So
who a
I
counselor is.
got a
So
counselor who was
Harry,
on her Facebook. I reached out to him. He's part of the district there. He's not directly a counselor, but I also
Gary,
send
Tommy is talking to you. Gary, Tommy wanted to say something.
go
go
ahead,
ahead,
Tommy.
Tommy.
Harry, I want to send her MoneyGram remittance tomorrow, God willing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna send it.
Send it to Gary.
She's on Facebook. You can
Tommy.
talk to her directly. Um, I'll send you. Ansem has
Her
her
name is
ID and
Katrina
stuff, yeah.
Walters Tucson, right?
I'll
Yeah,
send you the
don't
ID
do
so
it
you
on
can talk
Katrina
to her.
social
Walters
media.
Tucson, right?
I will send you
He'll
the
send
ID.
you
I will
her
send you the
ID.
ID.
He'll send her her ID. Send it to
Yeah.
Yeah,
me
yeah,
too,
yeah.
Gary.
Right, yeah,
Send it
yeah,
to
Yeah.
me
yeah,
also.
yeah.
So I
Okay.
reached out
Right.
to
Send me
everybody.
her
That's
ID. That
And
works.
Gary,
And
Tommy and Diana, we want the people of Trinidad and Tobago to know, all the talk, all they be talking, running all your mouths,
Mm-hmm.
right? With respect to anything, right? How come all you, when all they hear these kind of things, all they don't put a little $10 together and help the woman and don't look at the circumstances of the woman, right? And ask all these kind of questions about why this and why that and why the other. The woman need help.
But here's the empirical evidence.
Mm.
Yep.
You know.
She
Yeah,
need
yeah,
help.
yeah. Yeah, Anselm, your friend with the P and the S.
Mm.
P
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
S.
So
Beginning there. Yeah, empirical evidence right there for him. A
yeah.
person needing help.
So
He
yeah,
go
I'm gonna
help
send that
them too.
information to you guys. Yeah. Go ahead and talk, Dan. In
But
the
but
meantime,
let
I'll
me
talk.
let me say this. I want to make a suggestion to the government ministers of Trinidad and Tobago. Here's another suggestion, right?
Mhm.
Another suggestion. I would like to see all the ministers in the government of Trinidad and Tobago donate 1 month of their salary to people
Yep.
in their constituency.
Hallelujah.
I'm putting out a challenge to the government of Trinidad and Tobago. I would like to see the ministers in Trinidad and Tobago donate 1 month of their salary to people in their constituency. So people in Mushka's constituency, if you donate 1 month, you could buy you food for 2 weeks, and you could buy other people food. Eh? So I look, I start give all the ideas, but when I give all the ideas privately, all of us cuss me and call me stink, right? Like Jackie Lazarus, right? And I'm gonna give all the private. So listen, I'm not giving the PNM no more private ideas. Everything going public now.
So Tommy, I just posted her address and the neighbor phone number and her IDs there, so the money can be sent, with the correct name, and there's no issues for she to receive it.
Yeah.
You sent it
Wait,
to me too?
yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah,
sent
Thank
the
she
you,
group.
said,
It's
thank
in
you,
the group.
Gary. Thank you.
In
yeah.
our group. In our group.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, our group. Yeah.
Look, Cindy J just say, Cindy J said, and from that's wishful thinking, not happening. No, Cindy, I want to believe that. Let me see, for example, Colin Burt, Stuart Young, Faris Awari, Rohan Sinanan, and Terence Yalsing, right? I want to believe them fellas, ain't no problem for them fellas to pull out whoever does get monthly salary there. And think about it, eh? What's the monthly salary for MP?
But
I don't know.
answer
What?
before we get to the monthly salary,
Mm,
there's a treasury in place. There is
mm.
social services in place, right? Um, why it is that she cannot access these resources, in an efficient manner? Why she has to go through such an hassle?
But
You
Gary,
know,
but Gary, that's a good question, Gary. But she
you know,
not.
so she should be able, being in the lockdown, right? You see what I'm saying? The
Mm.
government is handling things very incompetent again, in the sense that she should be able, since she cannot come out and go to a government office, she should be able to go online, fill out the application, somebody call an interview, and the money goes straight to her account.
Gary, in a real world, that's how it's done.
Yeah. So then put in the chair one side, right, and the table one side with the food, or the food in another place and not on the table. So
No,
you know
no,
what I'm
no,
saying
no,
there?
Gary, you're getting tired. They put in the chair on the table with no food.
But I think they put the chair and the table separate too. You understand what I'm
They
saying to
put,
you? So you have to sit one side and the table one side and the food in another location.
yeah,
So
you
so
know,
what I'm
it's sad
saying, insane.
and Takisha, you are so right, right? You know, when you're in this type of thing, right? And you, if a person going for help, you don't look and see what the person's situation. The person need help, right? You telling the person, I don't care what the person has. The people need help, right? And it seemed to me that people like her falling through the cracks.
Yep.
They're falling through the cracks. Yeah, Gary, look, Omar say, no, 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 Gary, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't
But
work that way in Trinidad.
we're gonna tell them how it should work publicly. We're gonna tell them, and they could go back and look at it. That's why the show is taped now, so they
But
could go back
Gary,
and get the empirical evidence.
but Gary, we like to follow America, don't we? We love to
But
follow
listen,
America.
but
But we
listen,
just,
Yeah, we
yesterday,
follow all the bad things, not the good things.
no, we selectively follow what we want to follow.
Yes, exactly.
but yeah, but yesterday when y'all threw me under the bus and sent me before the alleged big bad wolf, that I heard somebody call him, and I ain't calling no name, but his
Yeah.
name begin with a G and his last name begin with a M, and I had to go and hold my own
Mm.
with the big bad
Uh,
wolf.
Who
uh.
G and M? Call the name. Call the name. Who sent you
But
there?
look,
Who sent you
yeah,
there?
look, Gayatri, listen to this. But listen, I am challenging my PNM friends, my frenemies, all my frenemies in the PNM. I have a lot of frenemies in the PNM, plenty.
Oh
I'm
Lord.
challenging all my frenemies in the PNM for all it to go public and say to the government, start with the prime minister, everybody donate 1 month of their salary to the constituency. 1 month.
Right.
1 month. Let me hear, I want to hear all you. 1 month, right? That's what I say. 1 month, all they donate. So in Lakota Talpara, Muska go wherever she need. Right? She
Well,
go get whatever she need.
why is the MP not accessible to her? You know what I mean?
Yeah, all they only run all the mouth, all they run all the mouth and that now. Or they run out
Bacchanal
them out and that.
confusion.
I want to see P. The fellow P, first name begins with a P, and last name starts with a S. I want you to go and run your name, run this now on social media. Go and run it now on social media. Let me see all you. And the other one on the radio station, the first name begins with a S, and last name begins with a F. You two go on your program. Hey, but wait now, boy. Woo! When you're in the morning program, I think the program is TOD. I don't even know what that means. Hey, JB, you still there? What does TOD mean? I forget, yes? Put it in the chat there for me. You're on a program on 91.9 in the morning called TOD. Right? I want to hear, I go listen to that program now to hear them telling the MPs and the ministers to donate 1 month's salary to their constituency. And if he is not an MP, like Ranson and none, pick a constituency and donate 1 month. So here it is. We go have Fitzgerald donating. We got we start with the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, Stuart Young, Colin Burt, Faris Awari, Terence Dial Singh. Well, Rwanda and our constituency. Right, Rwanda is our 14th fellow.
And everybody who get contract under the government to donate. How about that? How about that? Everybody who got contract under the government also.
No, but already Gary, that's different though.
CPEP contract too.
No, Gary, that's different. Them finance the parties, they already pay the money already.
Well, listen to it. We have a
treasury. You pay
in place.
Twice. You can't pay twice.
Yeah, we have a treasury in place there, and we want these services to be available to our people effectively. You know, and I mean, they're creating all this lockdown and not compensating or simultaneously, you know, meeting the needs of the people. You're putting one thing in place and not the other. So the lockdown should follow suit with financial support.
Gary, if I was an MP in Trinidad and Tobago, since last year, when this lockdown started, I would have donated 1 month of my salary for when that one starts. And when the second one starts, I donate another month of my salary to my constituency.
Boy, we're
That's what I would have done.
The way things expensive in Trinidad, they're going to need more than a month's salary.
Oh, God. Yo, Omar say. You know, Omar say, let Colombo donate a month's salary because he's short-minded. Oh God! Yeah. Oh, lazy
my God!
Oh God! Yeah. Yeah, real good. But yeah, what we come up here, we give them ideas. We give them ideas to help the people. Let me see who go do it.
We offer them the opportunity to get, like I said, they could take the licks in public or take it in private. It's their choice, whichever way they want it, they get the licks. But now, anyway, we're bringing them the empirical evidence, right? The people, we created a voice, a platform for the people, you know, to let us know, let the world know what's going on with them. And anybody in the diaspora willing to assist, please contact those who reach out for help directly.
Yeah, and because what we're trying to do here, we're trying to inspire people for a better tomorrow. We are trying to help people. And folks, you make a life by what you give rather than what you receive. Right? Don't look down on another person's. Right? If you don't want to help, just don't help. Leave it alone. You don't have to say anything.
Yeah, let's keep going. If you don't want to help,
just keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Nobody is telling you you have to help or you have to do this. However, in Trinidad and Tobago, when you are a representative for a constituency, you have to try your best to help people in your constituency. And that's
available. Be
available.
Be accessible.
That's why me and Fitzgerald give away for 𝗁𝗵𝗲 𝗪𝗶𝘶. We give away people that say, boy, your partner now, all this kind of thing. Yeah, because nobody else was standing up. Nobody else. None. But I could separate 𝗁𝗵𝗲 𝗪𝗶𝘶 from the Minister of National Security. I could separate the two of them. Just I could separate a supporter of the PNM from loving my country. I could separate that. I could separate politics from party. But when, and let me tell you, I don't want to talk, I don't really want to talk about the UNC. Yeah? I don't want to talk about the UNC. Unless Gary want to talk about that, or unless
well,
Tommy want to talk about that, or Diana. I want to talk about the PNM because
you consider, you claim to be a PNM. I didn't claim to be a UNC. I'm a Trinidadian. So
I'm a Bajan.
So I will represent Trinidad and Tobago in all avenues and aspects. You know,
I belong to the Honorable 𝗵𝗲 𝗪𝗶𝘁𝗵.
I do not wish to belong to any particular political party. I support accordingly, but now, based on my experience, I am just addressing the issues with my people. I have no involvement anymore with any political party. You know, because I just kind of leave. I will stay out of the politics.
Yeah, but Gary,
listen here. Can I say something? Let's jump off this thing. Yesterday in my thing with with the Mr. Imber, right? I was taking notes, while he was talking. And when he first came out, he had a piece of paper. And on the paper, apparently like he was reading, he said yam, dashing, something planted, wherever he called. I don't know if you all remember.
I said, did you get the audio for that? Did you get the audio for the press conference?
No, I ain't get it yet. Yeah, I'll get for next show.
Okay.
Right? So people said they saw the video too, but the audio is there. So it's like I said, and I was talking to someone in Trinidad and Tobago, and you know what? And this person is supposed to be a learned person in finance too. And you know what the person tell me? That is all lip service. I said, really? Them people ain't getting a damn thing. I said, really? And I was shocked. So I am not surprised to hear this young lady calling in tonight, begging us for help.
Listen to me. You chastise, you pose the question to him, right? So the thing about it now, what we're going to do is you going to hold him to that commitment. We're going to publicly address him continuously on his commitment to look into the situation and address the situation. And you could blame me, that's all right.
No, because he said, I talked about it making the process less tedious for getting, the money to the persons, for the national cause, getting the money to the grants to persons, in a more timely manner. And look here, I know people who since last year ain't getting no money from no grant at all, and they'll get laid off from Petroton. They ain't get no money at all.
Wait now. Wait.
Say that again, Diana. Say that again.
Diana, let me pause. Diana, let me stop. Diana, stop. Diana, stop. Wait, Diana, wait. I just got text.
Okay.
Wait. No. Let me wait.
Who that?
Let me make sure. Who do you think?
Foster.
Ooh, yeah. Well, what's it? What's the young lady name again?
You have it in the group there. Yeah.
Katrina.
Well, earlier, that's what I tell earlier. That I'm a partner. And you see, I said.
But you see when he answer? You see when he answer?
No, but Gary, I also said maybe the thing was hung up in cyberspace. Or maybe he didn't see it.
Maybe TTT Post hold it back. Or
yeah.
the other one name.
Or maybe. So what we had to do, we had to give him credit. He answered.
Okay, what did he say?
He said most certainly will.
Okay.
All right? So that means to say, Mushka, you will hear from your MP. And that's all we're trying to do.
Yep.
That's all. We're not trying to bash people. We're not into that.
No.
We only trying
And
to.
wait, and bring down no government.
No, I have no
Put it
chance.
in there.
I
Put
have
it in
no
there.
interest in bringing down the PNM government. None.
Mhm.
I could say that loud and clear, right? However, I am the one PNM will hold it. Hey, listen, think about it. How much of them would I send Foster Cummins a message and tell Foster Cummins, Foster boy, you ever felt a post in your constituency? Just take a look now, man.
Need help.
Take a look. We ain't telling you have to do anything. Foster, I thank you very kindly for stepping up to the plate, and that is all I ask. That's all I've asked, my friend. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Right? I know you was always a very good-hearted young man. That's why I call him my partner. But I still have a partner in the PNM. I realize that. only Jackie last year get rid of me because
I want to thank Foster too.
Yeah, we had to thank Foster, man.
That's
Foster,
right.
we thank you, boy.
Thank you.
I know him, he knows me.
But Tommy, whatever you're going to do for her, please do
Yes,
it
sir.
because
Gotta still do it. Nothing is gonna stop.
Yeah, Oma want me to message CMP too. Oma who's the MP?
Because it may take 6 months, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, the way things roll, she might have to go and be interviewed like she looking for a job and
Hey, listen.
and get all the empirical evidence.
Gary, I want to say this, right? I go put my head out on a limb, eh? If Foster say you go take care of it, you go take care of it.
Well, let me tell you something. Somebody else from the Prime Minister office so he did get a message from the Prime Minister office.
Oh,
all right?
God.
So I just tell you that. All right?
Yeah.
I say who.
Uma says she MP is Mrs. 𝗁𝗵𝗲 𝗪𝗶𝘶.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well,
go
get her.
Uma, sorry, I can't help you.
Oh boy.
If I send Miss 𝗁𝗵𝗲 𝗪𝗶𝘶 a message.
Everybody.
Oh no.
I'm gonna let Gary send that message. Gary, you send that message.
Let me send me her number. I'll message her for Oma.
Yeah. Oma, either Gary or Diana gonna send a message.
I'll give it to Diana. I will do Diana.
I'll message her.
Diana is my official ambassador. Okay, she represents.
I will message her.
Okay, she represented me yesterday.
MP, you have people in your district suffering.
Listen to this, Oma. I could give you a suggestion. Maybe you could send it to the chairman, Dave Tanku, and let him send it to Miss 𝗁𝗵𝗲 𝗪𝗶𝘶. You know, they come on the chairman. It go a little more.
Oh God!
You can do that. Oh God! Never a day without any. We real good in here, man. We real good. But listen, and listen, and that's what I'm trying to say, boy. Right? When people are in distress, maybe there's a possibility that the MPs really don't know about it. Right? However, when they become aware of it, we have to hold them accountable to do something.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, because they have not made their information public and they have not made themselves accessible, if they had put out the right information there and maintain the communication with the community, the people would know how to reach them. The people wouldn't have to go to call some guy named Gary in the United States to shake down and break down the house.
No, but Gary,
because, I am bringing down the house.
But that's what I'm saying, Gary. You have put yourself out there. You have put yourself out there in the public domain, and you should be happy that people are reaching out to you in order for you to reach back into Trinidad. For all them people who say, "No, they should stay
I will
out there."
do it with honors. But what I'm saying to you is, I am saying that the public officials should put out the information to their community. Everybody should know their contact, how to reach them in case of an emergency. Their offices should be accessible, especially in this lockdown situation. The MP office shouldn't be shut down. There should be like a command center. The MP office or his number. There should be some kind of central command because people will fall into distress. and you have to be accessible remotely where you are. Your office has to be on remote, and you have to maintain things. 24 hours, 12 hours a day, something. You have to be accessible to our people. Like they want me to come down there and show them how to do it.
Guy, we go run here. Yo, Omar say it's okay. I'll eat bread and butter.
Because she know no help ain't coming.
Omar, we trying to help you, and you still we trying to help you. If you put some cheese in the bread, and you're talking about you go still eat bread and butter. We trying to help you give it some cheese.
Omar, roll some dough and make a dal for it, girl. What's wrong with you?
No, we go put some. We trying to get a little cheese in the bread. What's wrong with you?
Oh, she got up making dal for it. Don't wait for no help, girl.
Trying to get a little cheese in the bread, boy. But you know, all I hear the big thing now, and this is the next thing I did, the thing with the Sinopharm vaccine, right? I will not tell anyone whether to take or not take the vaccine, that vaccine. All I will tell people is to do some homework. Okay? Do some homework, because there's an uproar between 𝗵𝗁𝗃 and Dr. 𝗪𝗶𝗹𝗹𝗴𝗲, Dr. 𝗵𝗁𝗃 and Dr. 𝗪𝗶𝗹𝗹𝗴𝗲, who's saying they should take it and who's saying they shouldn't take it, and so on and so forth. What I want people to do.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to catch up on that. I don't know who's for what and who's against what.
Well, yeah, 𝗵𝗁𝗃 is for it. Dr. Suraj 𝗵𝗁𝗃 is for it. And
for the Chinese vaccine?
Yeah. And 𝗪𝗶𝗪𝗃 was kind of telling people they shouldn't take it. Right? Anybody in you think could correct me if I'm wrong.
But you went out there and found evidence that this vaccine was dangerous to some people's health, because some country had to shut down because of
yeah. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the word correct, the country correctly. Seychelles.
Yeah.
Who had vaccinated 73% of the population.
Seychelles.
Thank you very much, Diana.
And they had some adverse reaction. They had some adverse reaction.
Yes. And the people now, the country now, is seeing a rise in COVID cases. And they mentioned that the government of Trinidad and Tobago use them as an example with the rise in COVID cases. However, it appears for convenience, they left out a part that 60% of people that was vaccinated with Sinopharm. You understand? And here's the evidence for that. I have it right here. Here it is right here. Sinopharm. Right? This is one where they approved it for emergency use. And then there is another one which tells you that, here it is.
No, I mean, China unleashed this pandemic on us, and should we trust China with sending a vaccine to us? We don't know what China up to. Which country made the most money out of this pandemic? Not China? That's my opinion.
Hey! Wait now, boy! Oh, let me put this up. All in Trinidad can talk, all they want to talk, all they read that.
Maybe 𝗵𝗁𝗃 should read that too.
No, read this one here. Read the quote from Mushka.
Oh.
Miss Edwards called from Foster Commons offering a hamper. Thanks for that start. Watch. All you read it and weep in Trinidad and Tobago. All you just only run all your mouth and talk.
We living outside. We living outside.
We living outside. Outside we living.
We don't know nothing.
Yeah. We don't know nothing.
Yeah.
We don't do
not
nothing.
on the ground. We're not on the ground. You're not the only.
Look, all you watch it for yourself. All you who talking. Hey, where Lance? Where? Lance Noel. Where you going? Look.
PS.
Wait, I see him going in the latrine. Wait, hey! Don't go there, right?
PS. Empirical evidence.
Where PS? I'm the PS.
Go on.
Foster Commons, we want to thank you.
That's it.
We appreciate you, Foster Cummins.
That's right.
He has demonstrated being a scholar and a gentleman.
Yes,
Yep.
in tutus.
Mhm.
In tutus. What? Yeah. Tutus.
No, I
But
also, anyway, we'll be following up with her to see how things follow through,
but listen, I want to say to Mushka, and this is what it is, boy. This is a start, right? You reach out to the MP. The MP sent somebody to start. They said they will send your hampers. That is a start in the right direction. You understand? It's a start. So I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
I am also requesting, and I hope that he's listening, requesting that he assist her with the social services, that with the process, in speeding it up, because she's in desperate need. So it shouldn't be totally up to her to go and hang out by the office there. Her MP should be assisting her with the application and making sure that everything is right, so that she can get access to the help that she needs.
Yeah. And listen, this is just the start. This is just the start. And to Keisha says, some please big up Mr. Ram Logan for a job well done for trying to defend stranded nationals and providing counsel. Of course, anybody, I don't care if it's a Martian from Jupiter and they're willing to help us in this fight, we on your side. I don't care who you belong to. You could belong to the Nok party. You could belong to the tribal party of Judah, wherever it is. Once you are trying to assist people, we are with you and we are standing with you. And we thank Anand Ram Logan for helping out stranded nationals and providing counseling. Just as Takesha said, we thank you. We thank you, Foster Cummins. You did it immediately as soon as you get it. That's why that's why I said, right, that once you get it, I know you will do something about it. And you did. You stepped up to the plate. And that is what we want to do. We want next, eh? We want all them MPs in Trinidad and Tobago to donate 1 month of their salary to their constituency. Always show leadership.
If we could take it a step further, they should all take a 50% pay cut and donate the other 50% every month until the pandemic is over and the hardship cease.
Word.
Oh God, Tommy,
No,
you just trying not to do a little something.
Yeah,
Word.
but I am calling on the
try-
I know, but if
we trying to get a little something out of them. You know?
they on the ground, they should
yeah,
be able to
but if
mobilize the
they're serious, then
constituencies.
they would really show us how serious they are. Because at the end of the day, they lock us out because they're trying to impress the population that they're serious about their safety. If they're serious about their well-being, they'll do something drastic too, as what they did with the exemption process, which, as far as I'm concerned, is a waste of time. Because look at what is going on today. Does that really show that the exemption process works? I don't think so.
Tommy,
I don't think so because
Hold on. Hello, caller. You're on WZYE 95.9 FM. Good night. We have Tommy, Diana, and Gary with us.
Yeah, I know that watching on you all the time.
How are you doing? Yeah.
I want to interject here.
Mm-hmm.
It says all factors that you can study the lady from Arriva,
Mm-hmm.
or may I correct and from under the
That's WhatsApp all.
yes, answer.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, right.
Mm.
It is all when I push this through that I know the program is about assisting people in need that.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that you fail to do,
Mm.
I listen to her.
Mm.
Right? I listen to her plan.
Mm.
Likewise, there are many other citizens in the country
Mm.
in the same position as her as well.
Mm-hmm.
But you think
That's WhatsApp, folks. Yeah, that's WhatsApp. All let's stop using WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a waste of time.
Maybe they could use Messenger like how they was calling
I'm gonna tell
before.
her try to use Messenger. Yeah,
Facebook
I'll tell her use
messages, right?
Messenger. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Would
what
you be able
happens
to
is
link it?
that let me call her back on Messenger. Let me call her
Yeah.
back on
Yeah. See if we
Messenger.
can
Hold
link
on.
it. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. So what it is, folks, is that when you're calling in, it'd be easier if you use Messenger. I mean, we could tell you how to use Messenger. Let me see. There we go. I'm gonna try to get her on Messenger. Let me see if this works. I'm trying to get her. Yeah. So, folks, um, I'm trying to get it. So, folks, it's. Oh, here we go. All right. Yeah, this is Messenger. This is much better. Go ahead. No, that's okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's something wrong with the volume though.
Mm-hmm. 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 Kathy, right? Kathy, this is what I would say, right? It is many people who live in constituencies don't know who their councillor is. So whoever is, whichever councillor is represented that constituency, be it UNC or PNM, they have to do a better job of informing the constituency who their councillor, who's their councillor. Because really and truly, some people listen. I don't know if they had councillors back then when I grew up in 𝗁𝗵𝗲 but I never know who the councillor was. I never know who the councillor was. All I know was the MP. So what I'm saying is that the government has to do a better, not the government, but whichever party is in power in that constituency or has a councillor for that constituency, they are supposed to inform the constituent who the councillor is. And when you need something, here is the councillor. And you know something? I go get him a next. Nah, I ain't go get him that one. I ain't go get him that one yet. Yeah. Mhm.
Can Kathy join us on the link? Because we can't hear her at all.
And Kathy, I understand you 100%. However, these people don't know how the system works. And all they know is they have an MP and they feel the MP is supposed to do everything for them. Right? So when them run into any difficulties, the first person they call in is the MP because they don't know. So, and that's why I say, you know, people don't know that they don't know. And if you tell them they don't know, they still don't know that they don't know. And they don't want to know that they don't know. So what we have to do is we have to educate the people in the constituencies. We have to educate them. If we don't educate them, we can't really blame them. Correct. 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 Correct.
We are not able to hear Kathy.
Yeah. And Kathy, and yeah, Kathy, I want to agree that everything shouldn't be the MP, but there should be things in place, a hierarchy, so to speak, in that people should be told you need to contact your counselor. Here's the counselor, here is the number, here's the office hours. If you want to walk in the office, they have office hours. This time, you know, due to the pandemic, they may not have office hours. You can call them, you can send them a text, you can do this, you can do that. That's supposed to be across the country. Mm. Mm. No, I'm not saying the MP's office. I'm saying the counselor. Since the counselor is the person who, in the hierarchy, the MP is the last person on the totem pole as far as the constitution. Right, yeah, correct.
But you have to remember too, there are some constituencies have two offices, which is a party office and an MP official office.
Yeah.
But the main office that you go to the people is the council office. The councillors need to be more accessible to the people, and the people as well need to be aware who is your councillor.
Right.
Who are your councillors?
Right. And Kathy, what we're gonna do, right? As you know here, we are fighting for the people who don't have a voice, right? We want you to continue to give us this type of information so we could continue to fight for this type of information. All right? And we are going to continue. And we always appreciate you so much, Kathy. And we thank you for you can be of great assistance to us because you are there on the ground and you have been an alderman, right? Is an alderman? Right? You have been a former alderman in the past, and you can really assist us, with the things that we're trying to accomplish. Because, for most of us too, Kathy, when we get these things, the first thing we might think you gotta reach out to the MP because we don't know. We think the MP is the person who you gotta reach out to. I didn't know. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know.
MP is well responsible.
Yeah, I didn't know. So I was.
We need to call on the social department to do better, to do more. Because I could tell you, it is the same problem in Tobago as well. You have been trying to assist her in a pension in Tobago to get a system, and it's hell over high waters.
Listen, let me talk to them, and we go call out. We go call whoever send the council and do that. We go to the MP. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, Kat.
The minister that the line ministry is Donacog, so probably you could.
No, we have a good relationship. Guy, we have a good relationship with Donacog. She go help me. Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. And we had a person from Tobago on here last night. So, Kathy, we have another person that's waiting to get on here. We really appreciate you, and we continue to thank you so much for sharing information with us, and we want you to continue doing that. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's bring Shara in. Shara's been waiting. Shara, sorry you've been waiting so long.
That's okay.
How are you, Shara?
I'm fine, thank you. And yourself?
I am fantastic.
Good.
So what's going on, Shara? Tell us.
I would say things in Barbados are like better now in regards to the ash. Every week things get better, and we had a good downpour late last week, so that really helped things a lot. And things are going good. We still have some of the students here. Like quite a number of them would have left last week Friday, but we still have some here as well who I have been assisting also.
Go
I know that it was put in the chat that the students do not need assistance, but that is not the truth.
Oh wow.
I actually went out this evening to get groceries and whatever, and I dropped them on campus, and then I came home, and then Gary messaged me and called me and asked me if I would come on the program.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, Shara, we continue this battle, day on, day out. You continue to fight there on the ground, and we continue to appreciate you and all the hard work that you're doing. I don't know if Gary's still there. Gary, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm giving her a chance.
We continue to fight
say
this
what she
fight.
needs, and as it was said, I was not telling the truth about students needing help in Barbados, but I didn't ask for no money to be sent to me. I said the money should be sent directly to Shara, who is assisting us. Shara has to go in to her own funds to assist our students who need help, and we don't want to embarrass the parents and put the students' information out there. So we are helping the students, with discretion. to say, because we don't, how we don't want people to feel embarrassed. So anyway, if you can assist, please contact Shara directly, and Anselm will put up her number again. Shara definitely needs the help. If Shara can say that she needs help with and what she needs.
So
Go ahead,
yeah,
Shara.
Yeah. Actually, after I had told you, Gary, that I needed assistance with funds, and I know you put them in the group, there was a lady who had messaged me actually because she wanted to help. But no, because of the state that Trinidad is in regards to its foreign exchange, she wasn't able to send me the funds because apparently it can only be sent for medical and education. And they like need the documents to have proof that this is what it's being sent for. So it couldn't work out. So
really?
realistically
Oh, well,
speaking
and the
now,
young lady said,
realistically
the young
speaking
lady
now,
said
it has
me.
to, if anybody wants to, it has to be done outside of Trinidad, from
Oh my
outside of
God.
Trinidad. That
That's so.
that is where we are at right now. This just happened today. Fortunately, somebody else was able to send their funds prior, and they just landed in my account this morning. So I was able to at least assist as fast as I could. But the other lady, it couldn't, and that was the message that she told me was given to her from the bank. They can't do it
Oh my
Oh my
God.
God.
because of the I guess the limits on the foreign exchange, the strain really on the foreign exchange reserves that are in the country
Mm.
Yeah,
due
the
to the
young lady
strain
sent
in the
me
Mm.
her
economy.
prescription, so I have a prescription that I did
And,
forward. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've actually told her because I was asking her, like, have you gotten your exemption as yet? She told me no, but her exams are going to be finishing this Friday. So if the flight is in 2 weeks, then she should be able to leave on the next flight out because her exams would be finished. I told her then, well, I told her what happened today in regards to the funds. I told her moving forward, any assistance that's going to be provided, she needs to let me know like a couple days in advance so that we can have everything in order. And also that when she's coming back, her parents are going to have to, give her as much money as possible, cash if it's possible, because clearly there is an issue right now with people sending foreign exchange out of the country. Because I mean, we can't accept TNT dollars here, so it has to be sent in US. And there's a limit now as to what it is that foreign exchange can be utilized for to conduct any transaction. So this is another thing that just came up today that we're going to have to be dealing with moving forward.
TNT money is monopoly money.
Hey, what you talking about my country there, nigga?
I
Yeah,
said it.
yeah.
What?
TNT
So
money is
yeah.
monopoly money.
So we just want Sharon number out there so they can contact her directly, and to anybody who is listening within the diaspora or outside the country, if they can assist Shara with funding
Sarah,
some of
put your
these
number in
events.
the chat. Put your number in the chat, okay?
Uh oh,
I will
what?
send it. I will send it. I will send it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
send it
send
in
it,
the chat.
Gary.
Yeah, put it in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. And of course, folks, it's in the village with the
Top of
dark
the hour.
triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. We got with us our angel in Barbados, Shara. Shara is doing a yeoman's job out there in Barbados, and we continue, to ask God to continue to look over her, guide her, keep her, and protect her, so she could continue to help those exiled and stranded citizens in Barbados. And she has been doing a fantabulous job, with these citizens. We really, really appreciate. If it wasn't for Shara, we just don't know what it would be like for all those people who will be there in Barbados. So Shara, we thank you so very much. And folks, I'm putting it in the chat. If any of you, Keisha say good night, Shara.
Good
Takesha
night.
says good night. Yeah, I'm putting this in the chat. This is
Night,
Shara's number.
Keisha.
Is Shara number. Yeah. Folks, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go for a quick break. Let me just put this in here. This is Shara's number. Right,
But you ain't
Shara.
playing another song. No money for that,
But all
Sorrow.
right. I'm gonna get that one for you. I'm gonna get that one for you. We go
No
play.
money for that.
We go play all of them before we go. Let me get that. Diana. No money for that. I have to play this one on my phone. There we go. And of course, it's in the village of the dark triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. That's 7 to 9 p.m. Boy, no money for that, Diana. What do you have money for, Diana?
I just have an uncanny way of picking the right songs and not knowing the subject that's gonna come up. Boy, how do I know that?
Oh, you know they don't have no money for that.
They got no money for nothing. All this money that Mr. Imber talk about that they're gonna give a hamper for this and grant for this and a woman had to call all the way here to the United States for help. They clearly don't have no money. They have no money for. Tell me
They
what
have
they
no
have
money.
money for. Tell me
Diana,
what they have money for.
oh, they have no money and they borrow all that money from China and China taking out money for the vaccine. They borrow money from.
And that's the vaccine that they vaccinated the population of Seychelles with, that ain't working.
Correct. And the Chinese taking out, you know, this is real good business, you know. I give you a loan, right? And I sell you some vaccine. And before I could give you the money for the loan, right? If every vaccine costs $5 each, I could say, well, it's $15 each, right? So I take out my $15 for 1.5 million vaccine, and I'm good to go, right? But the good thing is that Trinidad and Tobago will get vaccine, right? So we are Sinopharm and AstraZeneca, I think. And I don't know if they have any other vaccine in Trinidad and Tobago. You know, Keisha says she like to hear Captain, the ship is sinking. Oh God. Yeah, Keisha, you gotta say before we go.
Ansem, I see a video with a fellow who got the Indian vaccine, so I don't know where he was, he was dancing around because he got the Indian vaccine. Remember that video? Anyway, so Shara, is there anything else you would like to let us know? We want to give you this opportunity so that the members of the diaspora internationally, especially, could know the needs that you have down there, and that that how they can help.
Yeah, well, right now it's always cash. That's the honest truth because it's just so many little things that pop up. Groceries, prescriptions, somebody needs like money to take a taxi to get tested. It's just lots of little things, and obviously the only way to pay for it is through cash. And obviously, the students who are still here just would like them to get their exemptions as well so that they can return to Trinidad. And as I said, based on my experience today, there's obviously a shortage of foreign exchange that can just be sent out the country. It has to be spent for specific reasons. Right now, they've said education and medical. So
yeah, but
funds then come.
this young lady had a medical need. This young lady
Yes,
had a
but it
medical.
was going to take too long, Gary, because they wanted
No, they're
like
saying but they're saying medical, but she had a medical need.
I know exactly, but the thing is that saying medical, like they were like they need to get the prescription and all these other documents, and they can't even say how long it will take for it to be processed, and like you don't have that amount of time. Like things
we
have to
don't.
be very definitive in these types of situations.
Yes, please, please elaborate on that so that people clearly understands, that you really need that kind of help and you need it, ASAP. So
Yeah, so as I say, so like moving forward, it seems that the only way then to be able to do this is for funds to be sent from, I guess, well, other countries outside of Trinidad, because there's clearly a big issue with foreign exchange in the country, I guess, due to the economic state it's in.
Thank you so
They're
much
going
for
to
that.
value the dollar there.
In Trinidad?
It's just
No,
I
I
honestly
don't.
and truly, I really wasn't expecting that today.
Yeah, that's tough. You know what I mean?
It is.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna devalue the dollar in Trinidad and Tobago, because once you devalue the dollar in Trinidad and Tobago, it's gonna become way harder for poor people in Trinidad and Tobago. And it makes no sense. It makes no sense devaluing the dollar now with your borders closed. because no tourist is going to Trinidad to spend US dollars, right? So normally when you devalue the dollar, right, a tourist coming into Trinidad and Tobago, or even a Trinidadian who living outside of Trinidad and Tobago, their dollar, their US dollar will go a much longer way in Trinidad and Tobago, so they could spend more money in Trinidad. But things in Trinidad and Tobago becomes more expensive for people who are living in Trinidad and Tobago. So I don't think
Yeah.
that's a prudent move by the government in order for them to devalue the dollar. I wouldn't suggest that at all.
Yeah, well,
I'm
we
I'm
Trinidadian
not
outside had to keep our
suggesting it,
COVID money.
but I feel that's going to happen. And
Hmm.
to correct me if I'm wrong, I feel it's going to happen.
No, I don't think they'll do that anytime soon, especially with the way how they're going with this lockdown. You know, if they devalue the dollar, right? Remember now, anybody buying stuff outside of Trinidad and Tobago, in order for you to import stuff into Trinidad and Tobago, and you have to pay in US dollar, you have to pay more. You have to pay more Trinidad dollars, right? So if a dollar in Trinidad costs 6.85 and they devalue it, it may cost a person now 7.25, for example. So when they go to the bank, they gotta pay more TT dollars to get a US dollar,
But
right?
Atom,
So if I'm, yeah,
what I can understand is we have oil in Trinidad, Barbados don't have oil. How come their dollar worth more than us?
well, Barbados
We
is
have
EC
our currency
currency, right?
pegged. Our currency is pegged to the US 2 to 1.
Right, right. Our currency is also pegged to the US too. But Barbados always had a better economy as far as their dollar is concerned. And a lot of EC Caribbean countries too. They have a lot of they have good value. Like when I went to Union Island, I think it was $2 and 20 something cents um, for $1 US. So somehow, the Barbados economy was always better economy was a better economy than ours. Even though our GDP is greater,
Yeah.
Barbados always seem to have a better economy with respect to their dollar. And
I think
I mean, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I think it's
Doesn't the
OECS, they have a basket of currencies. That's what they use in regards to their exchange rate with the US, but Barbados is pegged. But with the last administration, I can't remember, they call it like, I think it was an internal devaluation, where they actually, there's a foreign exchange tax that you're charged on every transaction that happens that requires foreign exchange in Barbados. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
what
but
happened
but
under the
but
last administration. And I still see the tax being implemented. So
Yeah.
but don't a lot of things go into consideration into the value of the dollar, like stability of the economy and
of
all that stuff,
course,
So you
yes.
have to
So
look,
instead, right, so they kept the currency pegged, and instead they just added on this it's a small tax, foreign exchange tax that's paid on all online transactions basically.
Right. So you see, once Barbados pegged their currency to the
Yeah,
US dollar, inflation, they have to follow whatever inflation is in the United States of America. So once you
correct.
peg, you have to make sure that the inflation rate in your country is similar to what it is in the United States of America, because mean that you peg your dollar, to the US dollar. So I mean, listen, we have oil, and we used to say oil don't spoil, but it seems like we spoil oil in Trinidad and Tobago.
Mm.
And I think everybody's talking
No,
about
but
diverse. Go ahead, Tommy.
I've been, for the last 25, 30 years, I've been talking about needing one currency for the region, for the Caribbean region, because that's the only way we're going to have some financial security. Uh, I mean, when you really think about it, money is usually done or printed based on your reserves. And I don't think that it's an impossible dream or impossible thing or system to put in place where we can have one. But CARICOM, as far as I'm concerned, CARICOM is a waste of time, because the least that should have happened, we should have had a Carib dollar, some kind of CARICOM dollar or something. I don't know. I don't know what kind of geniuses run that region. I'm from there,
Well,
but I don't think it's impossible for them to come up with one currency for the entire region, for the entire CARICOM Union, or whatever they want to call it.
yeah,
Caribbean
Tommy.
Union, a Caribbean Union has to come about. Has to come about.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, but I don't think that will happen in our lifetime because I mean, look at the West Indies cricket team. We have a West Indies cricket team, right? You know, but we don't have a West Indies soccer team,
Obama happened in
right?
our lifetime.
Say that again.
Obama happened in our lifetime. You know how many people said we would never see that?
No, I hear you. I hear you. But you know, look at it. We have a West Indies cricket team, right? And we thought that would have been the decision that catapult us into have one currency for the whole of the Caribbean. You know, but you know, I mean, when you go to Bahamas, you know, you could use US dollars. You know, Bahamas is 1-to-1. You know, when you go to the Bahamas, you know. So anyway, that's a great discussion for another time. Is there anything else, Shara?
Not right now, not from what I've just said. Just I'm thankful to those who have donated. It's really been very helpful. She's fine for now. She just needs to get her exemption, I guess, with all the others who haven't as yet to get home, and just have to deal with, getting and finding out the best way to get the funds into Barbados now.
Mhm.
That's it. That's just where
Especially
we
with the
are.
medicine that she needs, especially with the
Yeah,
medications that she needs.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I
thank you,
think
Sharon.
yeah, I think
Go ahead.
moving. I told her from now that she actually needs to like reach out to those in Trinidad to assist her with getting her prescription so that, she can just continually have it readily available for when she returns as well.
Yeah, apparently, I think she got delayed. She was expected to get out of there before that, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I did also contact the Prime Minister's office in reference to her medication, and let them know that we were supporting her there, and they are looking into it also. But again, when they help reach, the thing that's the other question, So I did contact several other people in reference to it. So I'm looking into getting the prescription, which I know is urgent.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's just we are, obviously like as soon as anybody contacts us, like we just do our best to assist them as best as we can. So
So the need is genuine in Barbados. Gary's not making up stories, because everybody kid outside there is not rich parents. We do have some people struggling to send their kids overseas to study. They're not all big shots from Trinidad. You know,
yeah, and
uh,
it's the ripple effects of the whole pandemic and having the borders closed. I mean, you have two parents working, the breadwinner isn't working, the mom is the one, she's doing the best she can. They have a loan, and I mean, it's hard. You're on a very strict budget and you have these additional expenses, and it was okay initially, but but things are hard. Everybody does not have the financial access that some don't have that privilege. Then they aren't that privileged, and it's for us to step in and assist.
yeah. So not all our kids in Barbados came from rich parents. So we just want to
No.
clarify that we are trying to assist some people genuinely, and Shara is witness and testimony to that. She definitely needs the help in Barbados to assist our children who needs help, and
You
her
know,
number is posted.
right,
Go
in the
ahead.
village we speak truth to power. We don't come with no misleading information in the village. Even though people wanna kind of try to make it look like if we're trying to mislead people. We don't mislead people in this village here. We just speak truth to power, and our goal here is to make a difference in the lives of many, 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 many people. And what we have done, we have made difference in the lives of many, many, many people. And people come out and say that for themselves. We don't have to say that. You know, all the people who Shara have helped, who Gary have helped, who Diana have helped, they have come out and they have stated that. That yes, look, Erica John was just in the chat tonight. Oma was in the chat. A lot of people. So the other people in Trinidad, maybe what they can do is well, I was gonna say they could send a dollar TT, but I know what we could do with that. what we go do with that TT dollar, boy?
Are they allowed? Maybe since they can't send any money, can they send food stuff to the kids? How
I
about
don't know.
that?
That's something that would have to be investigated on Trinidad, and that's the truth. Because I mean, I don't know.
If we can, you know, I mean, if you can't send the money to buy the groceries, if they can send the grocery, that may be something they could look into. You know,
Yeah, obviously it would have to be like non-perishables, but
yeah,
then the
yeah,
perishable would still have to be purchased, which would still
yeah,
mean having
yeah,
cash available.
yeah. But like rice, flour, oil, canned stuff, if they could at least send that, if
Yeah,
they can't send the money.
and like like toiletries, different
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah. So all of that. So some of us might be just thinking in one concept that, oh God, we can't send the money. Okay, we stuck, but we have to look at other angles. So maybe you could send the things that they need. The non-perishable stuff. They
Yeah,
could
and I
look into
mean,
that.
yeah, and I mean, and they're young adults pursuing their dreams, and it's hard enough. I mean, I know that it's hard for us adults, those who are more experienced with life, I guess, so to speak. I mean, you have these very vulnerable young adults here in a country which is not their own, locked out of their country, and having to go through all of these issues on their own. It's not easy. And it might seem like something little, but like they're so grateful for it.
Well,
It's
I
one
am.
less thing for them to worry about. One less thing, you can just message, and once you send the message, everything will be taken care of. Like that's a peace of mind that is very hard to come across these days.
I'm just kind of concerned, and these kids are studying and they don't have proper food. I mean, it might not be many of them, but with one or two of them, I mean, your brain is already drained, and this is something that is very essential especially when you're studying. You don't need to be hungry. So
Exactly. And some of them are doing very intense courses.
yeah. So I don't want to see our kids suffer out there. So that's why I make the attempt and I made the request. To please assist Shara in whatever way you can. If you can't send money, send the grocery items, to Barbados.
And again, Shara, we thank you so much for all the hard work you're doing. And we continue to ask God to bless and guide you.
Thank you.
All right.
And thank
Take
you
care
all
now.
as well for every week, shedding light on the issues that are affecting everyone, those stranded, and even those in Trinidad as well. And, and always helping or doing the best you can to assist me as well in helping those who are here. Like, I'm very grateful for that too.
Well, we're grateful to have you.
Yeah, we are
I don't know
grateful to
what I
have
would
you.
have done without having you there and to be so committed. So I deeply appreciate that, and that's why I spin my wheels, to make sure everything and reach out to so many people for you. So at least join us. At least if you could just join us once a week and give us an update. Anytime you can come, give us a 5 minutes. Before the
Yeah,
end of the
that's
show.
fine.
As much as you can. Once at least once a week. Give us a little update.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right, Shara. Thank you so much
All
again.
right, thank you. Take
Okay.
care.
Take care. Take care.
Bye, Sarah.
Hey, and listener, my partner just sent me this. My partner
Yes.
first name with a P.
Right. All these stresses.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Come on, Tommy. Say something.
All these stresses that our people are enduring all over the world right now is predicated on one thing: exemption. There are no other countries in the world that are doing what we are doing, having exemptions for their citizens. I'm sure there are citizens from other Caribbean countries who are studying in Barbados. They don't even have to worry about the things our students have to worry about. We have to impress upon Minister Hines that he has to eliminate the exemptions forthwith, because at the end of the day, you still need a PCR test regardless of where you have to go or what you do. Even if you're in the country, even if you're in Trinidad and Tobago, is a PCR test that's needed to determine whether you're COVID positive or negative. And if you're positive, they treat with it, or they may send you home based on how mild your symptoms are, send you home to until you heal, to isolate yourself until you're healed. If you're negative, they send you home forthwith. Why can't they do the same thing when you take a PCR test and you come in? I mean, it's no rocket science or anything. Everything seems so straightforward because the whole world is in the same predicament and they're doing the same exact thing. I can't understand it. Gary, we have to, maybe you can do it much more than the rest of us. Impress upon Minister Hines that he has to eliminate the exemption rule right away.
Well, we need to put that pressure on the entire government, about that, especially the Prime Minister. Hold him personally responsible. Minister Hines has made every effort to work with us. I'm sure he's under some restraint also, but I mean, he could make the recommendation. But in order to make the recommendation, you have to have some strategy involved in this. I want to see, as the COVID become more rampant in the country, how they're going to manage the quarantine with the medical staff they have. If the medical staff would not be much more needed elsewhere in the country than using them to restrain citizens who really does not need the medical attention compared to those within the country. Are we able to maintain this? Are we going to shut down the repatriation? So far we are able to upkeep both, but I don't know how long that's going to last. The system is going to break somewhere. So let's see what decision. Well, we will continue to make our recommendation publicly to the entire government, including Mr. Hines especially. And he is within our communication means and accessible to us. So I'm sure he will relay what we are saying to the government and what we are thinking about. Also, I'm calling upon those of us outside to be ready and available to assist our country in whichever way they can. To step up. There's people with needs on the ground in Trinidad. The government will need some kind of support somewhere or the other, whether you have medical skills, or whatever it is. We're in a crisis situation. The thing has expanded where the country is under duress, and we should be ready to assist.
So, Gary,
I could agree, but we have abundance. Where's Aslam?
So, Gary, I want to send out, and we're going to close right after this. I want to send out a plea to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. This weekend, I attended my daughter's graduation, right? I would say there was about maybe 300 people in the stands, I think, maybe 300 people. And everyone that came to the graduation had to have one of three things. You either are fully vaccinated, you have a PCR test 72 hours before you come, or on the morning of the graduation, you go to a pharmacy and you take a rapid test. Right? Now, it's simple. If the government, right, is really proactive and serious about COVID-19, right? In this press conference, not this conference that Dr. Rowley is doing tomorrow, maybe he could come to us and say, you know what? The government has decided that we really don't need an exemption policy anymore. However, if you coming back to Trinidad and Tobago, you will need a negative PCR test 72 hours before you get back to Trinidad and Tobago. And when you get to Trinidad and Tobago, in addition to your PCR test, you will have to take a rapid test, right? And if you have tested negative with both PCR and rapid tests, you can go to your home and quarantine. So therefore, the rapid test will replace having to go and pay thousands of dollars in a hotel. Right?
Exactly.
Them fellas go still make some money, but they ain't gonna be making as much money. Here is another solution to part of the government problem. So two, you have a PCR test and you have a rapid test when you come through the airport and you get the results right there and then. They just did it at my daughter's university with hundreds of people. And if you test positive, you have to go into the system. We're not going to let you out to go home and quarantine. It's simple. It is not that difficult. Right? It's not that difficult. You all have to come up with some more creative ideas in order to deal with this pandemic. rather than just, I go use Diana term, right? Have a national pause, right? Instead of locking out people. And that is kind of another solution for the government.
Yeah,
The
well, I want
government have,
something additional to that answer in that
yeah.
you are requiring a PCR test from our citizens. Put some things in place in those foreign countries where they can be tested. You have not aided, you have put the strain on the response, your response in other people, other countries. For instance, just in Barbados, we have not put anything in place to test our own people. We could do that. At JFK, you can organize something at Caribbean Airlines there at the terminal. Wherever our terminal is, you can arrange that where our citizens can go and get tested instead of they going helter skelter all over the place about where they're going to get a PCR test and if they could get back in time. If we do our own testing, the results will reach Trinidad. You know, the results could be sent to Trinidad and they already have it there in the Ministry of Health.
Right. So these are all solutions to the problems that we're facing, that we don't need no exemption no more. Right? We don't need an exemption. And I think it's about time the government becomes more proactive in their dealings with this thing. And I'm going to leave with this, right? The government should also be thinking about the third wave, because third wave is coming very soon, right? And if they're not thinking about that, they're gonna, if all they think is bad now in Trinidad with respect to COVID, right? It's going to be worse. So the government have to be proactive in their thinking, into thinking that what are we going to do now? Are you going to continue to leave exile and stranded citizens outside? Because they surely ain't bringing back home no COVID. They're not responsible for the spread of COVID in Trinidad and Tobago. So they have to change their thinking, because the thinking is not 2021 thinking. It seems to me like it's more 1920s thinking, and they have to change their attitudes and their behavior. And we hope they come to their senses sooner rather than later and change their behavior. Maybe the Prime Minister could call Jackie Lazarus and ask her for some advice. She might be able to give him some advice.
Well, we the members of the diaspora is available to assist the country, and Trinidad and Tobago should learn and recognize that they can tap in to us outside in the country, outside the country, to assist our country. So
Okay, Gary.
this is something needs to be recognized,
Good.
And we have Miss Ambassador Diana Benskin here, ready to
Mister,
roll.
you make me a man now?
No, I said Miss.
Oh.
And Diana, we want to congratulate you as well, and thank you so much for your maiden performance on the Ministry of Finance press conference. You represented WZYE like a star.
But she also caused some things to happen. The minister will consider what she said. She brought that up. Most of the press people hasn't brought those kind of questions to him.
Oh, go, Gary.
Diana brought something essential.
Gary, you go ask them people to bring up them kind of thing, man? Come on, man. What's wrong with you at all?
When I was thanking him for allowing us in the briefing, he looked kind of puzzled,
Yeah, we are well trained.
We've been trying to get into one at least, and we got in. So I was thanking him.
So and we're gonna close on this. If anybody listening and know anybody, hey Gary, but somebody in the Prime Minister office, what they ignore we email in order to be part of the press conference. Your boy now in Minister of National Security. Tell him we sent for the press conference now, and the Ministry of Health. We sent to them about 1,000,000 times already to try to get in on the press conference. But we want to say thank you to the Minister of Finance, Mr. 𝘁𝗵𝗲, for allowing WZYE 95.9 FM to be on the conference, because if he could have actually denied us, like the Prime Minister's office, the Ministry of National Security, and Ministry of Health. But Ministry of National Security have a new guy, and I Gary partner now. So we go get in the Ministry of National Security just now.
Yeah. That's admin name to the thing.
Gary big in the dance, man.
Anyways, like I said, I would like to thank Diana for being very effective in the press conference yesterday. I'm very proud with what she have done, and she can continue to represent me out there anytime.
And I was listening coming back from my daughter graduation. Me listening, my wife listening, my daughter listening.
You got a chance to listen? Yeah, okay.
What you mean? The whole family, boy. whole family listening to boy when she said Diana Benskin boy from WZYE 95.9 FM in New Jersey boy. You say, what boy? You say, oh God. The Diana going clear boy. Diana wave me Benskin going clear boy. She clear. The poet motivational speaker boy. She's going to her next realm boy.
Shut up.
She big in the dance man. You know, just now we got to call she Miss Diana wave me Benskin.
Tommy, help,
Tommy,
Tommy,
say something.
help.
Tommy, say something before we go. Say something, Tommy.
Job well done. Job well done.
Thank
Job well done.
Thank you, Tommy. All right.
Anyway, good night, everyone. It was nice being with you. Deeply appreciate everyone coming on board with us today. This is your Trini Phantom saying good night.
And of course, this one is for Tikisha. This is for you. Hold on, Tommy. This is for Tikisha. Hold on.
That's right.
Captain, you tell me what to do, boy. You tell me what to do. Tikisha, especially for you.
Tell me what to do.
Yeah, tell me what to do. Tell me what to do, Captain. We want you to tell us what to do. Folks, of course, it's always a pleasure for many of you to join us here in the village. We want to say, Rose, thank you very much. Tikisha, thank you so much for joining us. You know, let me see who else joined us. We want to thank Mushka. Mushka, we want to thank you as well. Yeah, we got into Oma. Mushka, we want to thank you so much for joining us. Cindy J, boy. Oma, real good, boy. Oma get some real good joke tonight, boy. I tell you, Oma has some fantabulous joke tonight. Gayatri, I think Gayatri is from Virginia. Cindy J, of course, Cindy J from Texas, boy. Cindy don't say nothing to Tommy no more. Boy. I know what happened. Like she must get a new April fella. I don't know. Yeah, fella. JB Harper, boy. JB, welcome, boy.
Clemente.
Sherry, yeah, going through them. Sherry was Steve Trini Lopez to Antonio Clement. Erica, boy. Erica from Chumakak, boy. Erica was in the house, yes, boy. Shiloh, hey, Gary, that your friend. Miguel Donovan, boy. Miguel. Yeah, Miguel just dropped in, boy. That is all right, Miguel. We welcome you. Latoya Blackburn was also here as well. And Steve Trini Lopez. Quite a few people joined us, man. And we thank you guys for joining us. We know
Paul.
Who Paul?
P.S.
No, he wasn't in there. He wasn't in there. We thank you guys so much. You could have been many other places, but you decided to join us, and we appreciate that. And we're going to continue speaking truth to power in the village, and we're going to try to make a difference in the lives of those less fortunate people in Trinidad and Tobago, folks. All right. I don't. All right, yeah, Mushkat, same to you. Good night, and thank you as well. You know, we appreciate to have you, and we're going to fight for you and people like you, regardless. We also have Latoya in Tobago, and there's another young lady in Tobago that we're going to bring in on Thursday. Right? She's going to talk about other issues that are facing people in Tobago. You know, how to bring in Tobago people, you know, because my father is a Tobagonian. You know, so, you know, we had to bring in the Tobago people too. We can't leave them out. You know, so folks, from where I said this is it, the clock on the wall, so that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Diana, you go next.
Let Tommy go. I have a lengthy thing. Tommy, you go.
Tommy go, then you go, then Gary go. Go ahead, Tommy.
Okay. First, I'd like to thank Foster Cummins for responding. I think that was very courageous. To that, I'll say you will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor, and that's by Aristotle. Next, I like to say, hope is important because it can make the present moment less difficult to bear. If we believe that tomorrow will be better, we can bear the hardship today. And that one is by 𝗁𝗵𝗃. Pleasant good night to each and every one. I'm glad I was able to be a part of these proceedings here tonight, the broadcast, and I appreciate all the input that we shared. Thank you, and see you next time.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead, Anna.
All right. I like to read a lot, right? And I was doing some research on the 1918 pandemic, and I'm going to come to that. But before I come to that, to share some knowledge with the listening and viewing audience, I just want to say that just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. And I want to share some knowledge. Due to climate change, intense agriculture, unsustainable trade, and the misuse of land and nature disrupting production and consumption habits, more than 5 new infectious diseases emerge in people every year, and any one of which could potentially spark a pandemic. On the afternoon of November 8, 1918, a celebratory conga line coiled 3 miles on Manhattan Fifth Avenue. From high-rise window office workers threw makeshift confetti, and they ran out of torn-up paper. They were not rejoicing over the close of the influenza pandemic, but for another reason, the end of the Great War. Out of that celebration, it was documented that there were 1,061 new cases and 189 deaths from the influenza epidemic, still affecting America coast to coast. History would record that the great influenza killed some 50 million worldwide. Overlay, COVID-19 and the pandemic of the 1920s have similar parallels. After the 1918 pandemic, variants of the virus persisted that gave rise to the seasonal flu as we know it, says Christopher Nichols, associate professor at Oregon State University. That same decade, 1920, serves as a warning, and history repeated itself as seen under the last administration, the xenophobia, the rise in white supremacy in national policy. The world is very likely to overcome this COVID-19 virus at some point in the future, in the not too distant future. But for now, we at WZYE 95.9 FM are urging you to do the following in Trinidad and Tobago right now. To social distance, to stay at home, to wash your hands regularly, to wear your mask, to sanitize, and to avoid the liming for now. Stay 6 feet apart above ground, or you'll be 6 feet not apart. You'll be 6 feet together on the ground. Stay 6 feet apart above ground now, or you'll be 6 feet together on the ground. This is your favorite poet bidding you all 𝗁𝗲 until we meet again.
Okay, Gary, it's up to you, my friend.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, in an emergency situation, we don't abandon our people. We should never abandon our people. We should be rushing to put things to place. We should be rushing to their rescue. We should be rushing to meet their needs. So I'm calling the government of Trinidad and Tobago to step up their game. We outside here are ready and always available to assist and to complement whatever is needed on the ground in TNT. I want to make sure that it's absolutely clear, and I'm calling the members of the diaspora listening to step up and be ready to assist our country because we have a crisis on the ground and all the help is needed. Deeply appreciate everyone listening tonight and joining us. So I just want to say this is 𝗃𝗵𝗏 Phantom saying good night, and thank you, my sister 𝗃𝗃𝗏, for standing up for me.
And we're gonna leave tonight with Lord Shorty boy. Money ain't no problem.